Oh, hi, you guys, and here we are with yet another stream. And the 4th stream of the day, the 7th stream of the weekend, and we are getting plenty of sleep. So, you guys who are here, new emotes, I put them in the chat, they're cool, look at them, they're shiny, and there's gold ones, and coloured ones, and they're all pretty, and they're the badge ensemble for the academy, it's gonna be great. If you guys are here already, you may already know these links, but check them out anyway. We've got social links. We've got my Discord there. It's full of proper fun, family feel, friendly people who are inclusive and like they'll help teach you D&D if you need teaching. They won't preach to you about D&D if you don't need preaching, but they will talk characters if you talk rules, all the rest of it. Let's see, Twitter. If you guys want to if you guys want to get into a game, get on the Twitter, send me a DM, and I'll get you a game. Easy claps. And YouTube is where all of these games will eventually be updated. This weekend's going to put me behind a little bit, but you know that's just the way it goes. So yeah, it's all good. I also have a Patreon where you can get where you can support the channel mainly, but you also get extra content. Anyone from $1 upwards can get extra access to my extra content, including a video where me and Kiana work on some Turnip backstory so far. And we're also doing some more text-based RP for that same storyline, mainly because that's the one that hit me. That's the one that got me good. The one where Kiana pretty much made me cry on stream, which was so evil. Don't trust that smile. Never trust that smile. But higher tier patrons can also get access to some merch, exclusive merch, which is not included on this website, where you can get things like this little number, which have got the got my little crest on it and all that, like the emotes. So you know, it's cool stuff. Oh, and if you guys would like to support the channel for free, pop us a retweet. It's very helpful. They'll get it broadcasted to more people. We get more viewers in, which is always helpful. Really supports the stream. So thank you very much, all of you. I think with that, I'm ready to go and get our players. Oh, hi, players. You are live.
Howdy, howdy.
Hi. Why, hello.
Oh,
This is
hello.
the third time I've been on the stream today.
That's nearly...
I hope you're not tired of my face yet, chat.
That's nearly the same amount that I've been on the stream today, Kiana. That's
Well, because it's your stream.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, hi guys. Okay, let's go around. Kiana, I think we should definitely do you first today so that you can give us a bit of a background on the game and stuff so we get an idea of what we're doing.
Okay. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Lady Blackbird. This is a indie tabletop RPG, which I'm super happy to run. It's super cool. Think steampunk, sci-fi, swashbuckler, adventuring. I am actually just going to put the link over in chat right now, so you can find Lady Blackbird yourself. It's free to play. Super cool stuff. We take place in a world, in a sense, a universe called the Wild Blue, essentially endless skies with planets that float around a cold, dead star. Our characters here have all been brought together in a circumstance, which I will go over in the primer, but how about we go around and introduce who you are and who you're playing, and then we'll dive right into the game. So let's go from the top. And that would be calling it like I see it. Hello.
Hi. Howdy, howdy. I'm Colin of Phantom Roll Booth. Me and Marcy run Phantom Roll Booth Productions. We have some regular content out there on Saturdays and some upcoming Star Wars stuff on Thursdays, and we both play in a Scion game on Wednesdays, so we've got cool stuff. You can find me on Twitter under Colin Like I See, and that's what I do. I am playing Captain Cyrus Vance. I am a smuggler, former Imperial soldier, and here for your pleasure.
Lovely. Awesome. Next up is Scrat.
Guten Abend. I'm playing Naomi Bishop today. And today, I am playing a mechanic. So I will be working on the ship, looking after Lady Blackbird, and generally being helpful, though not to the Imperial scum.
Not for the Imperial scum. That's pretty solid. Yeah.
I think I've got this trope right. I think somewhere in there.
Yeah. Naomi, most important thing is that Naomi is Lady Blackbird's bodyguard.
I look after Lady Blackbird.
That's her top thing. All right. Next up is Marcy. Hello, Marcy.
Hi there. My name is Marcy, and it was really hard choosing from these characters because they're all so good. I've decided to go with Kale Arkham today, who is he's I didn't steal it, but if I did, you didn't see it.
Awesome. And finally, we are going with mostly Bex.
Hi, I'm mostly Bex. I'm an affiliated Twitch streamer. I stream 3 days a week, but I'm also the Edmonton Twitch assistant manager. So we throw big events for streamers a couple times a year, and we show up to a bunch of other stuff. So it's kind of what I do. Today we'll be playing Lady Blackbird. I'm a noble in disguise who is escaping an arranged marriage so I can be with my less than genuine lover. So it'll be pretty fun.
Yep. So this is a game of high seas in the clouds, adventures, and relationships. So let's get started, shall we? Lady Blackbird is on the run from an arranged marriage to Count Carlo. She hired a smuggler sky ship, the Owl, to take her from her palace on the imperial world of Elysium to the far reaches of the Remnants so she could be with her once secret lover, the pirate king, Uriah Flint. However, just before reaching the halfway point of Haven, the Owl was pursued and captured by the imperial cruiser Hand of Sorrow, under charges of flying a false flag. Even now, Lady Blackbird, her bodyguard, and the crew of the Owl are detained in the brig, while the commander of the cruiser, Captain Hollis, runs the smuggler ship's registry over the wireless. It's only a matter of time before they discover the outstanding warrants and learn that the Owl is owned by none other than the infamous outcast Cyrus Vance. How will Lady Blackbird and the others escape the Hand of Sorrow? What dangers lie in their path? Will they be able to find the secret lair of the Pirate King? If they do, will Uriah Flint accept Lady Blackbird as his bride? By the time they get there, will she want him to? Hopefully, we'll answer some of the questions along the way. But first, we dive into the depths of a large sky ship, down into the bowels of metal and steam and smoke, into the brig, where we find Lady Blackbird, her bodyguards, and the crew of the Owl, all together in one cell. There is no one else down here right now.
Well, Arky, you've really put us into this one this time. Was not anyone else's fault that I forgot to put up the flag. And I just think I want you to know I forgive you.
Thank you, sir. That means a lot.
I'm sure it does. Now, if you don't mind, do you have something sharp? I think I have some lockpicks sewn under my skin from last time.
I'd have this really big diamond ring, but I'm not sure if it's exactly going to be what you need.
That sounds painful.
Huh.
I could try and rip the skin?
That sounds more painful. Let's go with the diamond.
I slip the diamond off my hand, look at it, and toss it to him.
I'm going to look at it. Go, this, I don't envy the person that's going to have to do this. Arky?
I feel like I need some explaining too about what is exactly going to be done with this diamond.
Right. So, you're going to use this, I suppose, like a very small knife, very valuable. This is beautiful. Wow.
Yeah.
You just had this. This is just yours. Do you have more like this?
I guess.
Something for
Lady-
later.
Lady Blackbird, you have been traveling under a different name. This is one of the few possessions that you still have on you that even harken back to your lavish life back on the imperial realm of Elysium.
Great. Most likely not, but for this purpose, it can be used.
All right, Arky. I'm going to show you my lower back. There's going to be a rather unsightly tattoo. If you don't mind, just use this, try and dig under the sort of sticking down part of the Y of juicy, and if you can, there probably some lockpicks. I remember having this idea. If I ever got caught, I'd have lockpicks just ready.
So I have lockpicks, but I want to see how far he's willing to go with this.
So I'm gonna hand you the diamond ring.
Yep. Take this diamond ring.
And I'll shuck off my greatcoat and like pull my shirt up, so you can see in like whatever font they use for Metallica, the words "juicy" on my lower back.
This is the best tramp stamp I've ever heard in my life.
I know what that tattoo is from. And I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'll just feel around. Are there actually lockpicks sewn into your skin?
I don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
Oh wow.
I know, handsome and clever. That's why you follow me, Argy.
All right. I'm gonna ask the other two to just turn around. You don't want to see this. So when I do this, I have to. You know, it's gonna be gross for everyone involved.
All right. I just like turn my head to the side.
Naomi's
Arky.
just flat staring.
It might be good to have someone hold me down. I know I'm asking you to do this, Arky, but I'm still gonna fight it.
All right.
Would you-
If you're just gonna look, would you mind holding him down?
Yes, certainly. Would you like me to kneel on his arms or hold his
Yeah,
head
yeah.
down?
Yes.
As many of those as you can do.
Okay. So she'll like kneel on your two like upper arms and like sit on your head so that you're completely like.
Oh, good lord. All right. I'm going to
My knee isn't in the way, is it?
Huh?
It's doing its job.
No, not you. My knee isn't in the way of the procedure.
No, this is fine. This is fine. But if you could just look up for a second, just look away. Just look that way, any other way. Okay, I'm gonna pocket the diamond and take out some little lockpicks and just kind of stab him really hard with one of them.
Ah! Oh!
Well, I got it. I just needed to replace it with the diamond ring because that's how it works.
Clever. And because you are a thief, this is something that you do. You now have lockpicks.
Yeah, I squeezed it out like a pimple.
That hurt. That hurt a lot.
Should I
Right.
let you up now? Are you
Just-
done?
Just let me sit here for a little bit.
Okay.
All right, are we trying to unlock this door or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the lockpicks and go ahead and try to open it for us.
Okay, so you let's do the first roll of the night.
Yeah.
Yay!
This is going to be a difficulty 3.
Okay.
So,
Actually,
look at your
haven't
character
touched-
sheet.
Yes.
You have 1 off the bat.
Yes.
Now, what would you like to apply to it?
I think I actually have locks as a burglar trait thing. Trait as burglar, I get locks.
Yes. So so you get 1 just for using burglar.
Yeah.
So you want to use locks. And-
yeah.
Any more that you can think of that you can convince me can be added.
Sure. I'm gonna see if we can add tricky here because of the way I'm having to reach around to.
Unfortunately, you can
side.
only use 1 trait.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
No
And,
worries.
I'm better at learning the system by playing it.
Yeah, no worries.
I think I can only add one then, because I can't.
And you can add from your pool if you would like as well.
What do I start with again?
Okay, so you currently have 3. You have 7 pool dice right now.
I see. I'll add, and it's a difficulty
3.
3. Yeah, I'll add 3 to it.
Okay. So that'll be 6 dice altogether.
Yes.
So you can roll me 6 dice, and we'll see where that goes.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, you go and you shove your lockpick tools in, but maybe from like hitting Vance earlier, you go in and you're like, it's not fitting in.
Oh man. So I can't get it with this lockpick.
That's all right. I might have a second set. No, I'm pretty sure I used those already. All right. If we can't get out by sneaking, gang, I think we're going to have to subterfuge our way out. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could someone as honest, forthright as Captain Cyrus Vance pull any wool over any eyes?
All of you can roll your eyes at this.
I'll have you know, I once went to a play. I'm pretty sure I picked up some things. The guard's gonna come here. I will fake as though I am terribly sick. He's gonna come in to check on my well-being, and then we jump him.
Okay.
Or step 2, we could try spell casting our way out.
That's impossible. We don't have anyone here who can use spells.
In this situation, I'm willing to let you know I could maybe do that a little bit. Thing or two that I picked up at a magic show once upon a time, if we want to quote you.
I mean, correct me if I am wrong, but this is a smuggler's ship. Why don't we simply hide in one of your secret compartments?
I think we need to...
Yeah, so you are not in the smuggler ship. You are in an Imperial ship. Your smuggler ship is somewhere else in here.
Well, I don't know one ship from another.
For the love of God, Naomi, they took us down here.
Naomi's been hitting the sauce pretty hard lately.
Been talking about your drinking. God. Okay. Listen. Let's try the first plan, and then once it inevitably fails, we'll try my plan. How do you feel about that, Captain Vance?
I've gotten through life by failing to meet people's expectations, and I'm going to fail to meet your expectation that I'm going to fail.
I look forward to your failure.
Do you think it would be more convincing with maybe a broken nose or dislocated elbow?
Oh, I wouldn't want to do that to Arky.
I'm sorry, I thought you were feigning ill for this.
Yep, nope. Yeah, I see what I did there. Yeah, she mentioned something unpleasant. That was very unkind of me. Arky. You really should be the one who's faking being ill, though.
What?
You sat through more of that play than I did.
Okay, look, it's art, so when you're paying for a ticket, you might as well watch the show.
That makes more sense.
All right, rock, paper, scissors. All right, I'm gonna show my loyalty to Captain Vance by letting Naomi punch me in the face.
Okay. Naomi, are you punching Arky in the face?
Yeah, I guess I am. I mean, I don't want to kill Arky.
Yeah, you don't if you're just gonna punch her and you're not gonna apply anything to it, I'll just let you punch her if she's gonna.
I mean, at the same
If
time,
they're gonna let you do it.
I want to pop her nose, you know? Like...
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bang on the cages to get their attention, and then they'll see you throwing the punch. Should make it more convincing that a fight's broken out.
I thought the plan was that she would be ill.
Well, whatever gets them in the door.
I'm confused.
That's all right. Stick around me. You'll get used to it.
Okay. Hold on. No one's punching anybody here. The last thing I want to do is break somebody's nose, which then we have somebody who's out of the game here once this door opens. Let's just wait a second. There has to be a better plan.
I could try and punch my way out of the cell.
That's a horrible idea.
I want to see it.
Didn't I just talk about how we probably shouldn't injure ourselves because we're gonna have to punch people who aren't us in like a little bit here?
I think I'll be okay.
I want to see this. I've seen some weird things before. This should be fun.
Vielleicht nur ein bisschen. Maybe just a little.
So what's the plan, you guys?
Right?
Again, you're up against the clock because at any point they're going to figure out who
okay,
the ship is and who Cyrus Vance is.
I'm just gonna go up to like a bit of wall where the bars are or something, and just like see if I can just smash the wall in a bit.
Okay. Are you going to use your secret?
Yes.
Or will you
my
move? Okay.
secret of destruction, where I can break things with my bare hands as if I was swinging a sledgehammer.
Wow.
So you just watch as Naomi just winds up and just BAM! And you just watch this door kind of and like dent right at the crucial point as it starts kind of just falls to the ground.
That is incredible. Kale, can you imagine that hitting your face? That was so brave of you.
Just stop.
Incredible.
What's
Absolutely.
happening? Oh, stop.
No, I'm sorry. I did say I didn't want to kill you.
Yeah, you did. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for not punching my face.
All right. Let's go. My ship's probably docked at the bottom of this. It's an Imperial vessel, so that's usually how it goes.
All right. You step out of the cells, and as you do, lights go off. Red emergency lights go on. And a siren starts going off, an alarm.
I can definitively say that was not my fault.
So I look at Naomi and I step to the side, motioning for her to kind of follow my lead, following me, and lower my voice, and I say, listen, I think we have to tell them who I actually am so we can get out of here.
Do you think we need to?
I'm gonna guess that there's gonna be way more guns than we have guns, since we approximately have 0 right now.
Why don't we just tell them that you're a rich Imperial trying to get away from her husband? Maybe they won't make the link.
It's gonna be really, really hard to convince the guards to let just any old rich Imperial out of this boat.
Well, while you're convincing them, I'll break them like the cage.
Okay, here's the game plan then. Here's what we'll do. When the guards inevitably show up, we are just gonna let them know that we were kidnapped. Figured it out. We did it, team. We could backstab them. No, that's a bad idea. I really need to leave my marriage.
Are you having this conversation quietly off into the corner as the sirens are going off?
It's like absolutely like just above the sirens so that Naomi can hear me speaking. And I'm like, that's a horrible idea. Okay, here's the deal. We're gonna tell them really quick that I actually do have a little bit of money more than I was letting on, and we're gonna buy up some guards to get back into our boat, and we're gonna fucking leave. That's the plan. Let's go. break. So I step back and I look at our companions and I say, okay, listen. So here's the deal. I do have on my person a mediocre amount of wealth that we could utilize to bribe, because we do not have a lot of time. And we need to get gone quickly back on our ship. I absolutely cannot be detained at all. This can't happen. So let's get going. And my game plan is let's just pay anyone we see off if we can. Murder's bad, right, guys? No one wants to murder.
That sounds like a fantastic idea. I'm gonna whisper aside to Kale, like, she just admitted to having more money. The way I see it, we let her bribe the guards, then we knock the guards out and take the money.
All right. So we head off down the hallway.
Yeah, so there's a left and right. You remember coming down on one part that there's a set of stairs leading to the right, but the hallway continues down on the left.
So I'm a former Imperial myself. Yes. Can I think of maybe emergency access hatches, the kind of utility hatches that mechanics and engineers often use to get at different parts, to maybe try and bypass some of the busier corridors?
Okay, so what I'm going to say is that we can roll for that. Okay. One thing that will be working against you is you have been... How long have you been banished from the Imperial?
Long enough that the only remaining part of my uniform is the hat I'm wearing.
Right. Okay, so that's going to be a little more difficult then.
Okay.
Just because of that. So let's say difficulty 4.
Okay. So I've got 1 normally, +1 for ex-Imperial soldier,
yep.
+1 for Imperial warships, +1 for maps.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to add 3 from my pool.
Okay. So...
That's going to be math, 7.
Yep. So roll that 7.
Boom.
Very perfect. On the nose. Yeah, you think... yeah, so if you're thinking about like side exit, there tends to be passageways for maintenance crew when they need to get from one section of the ship to another very quickly without having to bump into other people. You think that you'd be able to get to one if you go down the corridor towards the left, if you're kind of guessing based on the Imperial ships haven't changed that much.
Okay.
In the probably like 5 years that you've been gone.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I will gleefully point that out and try and bypass some of the patrols undoubtedly scurrying about the ship.
Yep. Okay. So you duck away. You're able to find one of the... It's almost like the panels are kind of just blended into the rest of the wall, but you know better that those are maintenance, and you just kind of, with your elbow, and it opens up into side passageways.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can kind of scurry along in there. So you know that this won't take you directly to the bay part, where your ship is most likely going to be, but it can take you there closer. It's probably going to drop you off in one of the engine rooms. It's probably as close as you're going to get.
Okay.
You're still going to have to traverse some more open areas.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Okay.
So
yeah,
what's marching order, actually?
Captain Vance is gonna want to go first, but is going to let Naomi go first after seeing the sledge hands happen.
You'd like me to go first? I mean, I can. I don't mind. Oh, my Zoom just crashed.
Captain Cyrus Vance.
Whoa.
Thankfully, I'm letting you lead.
Oh, Zoom did a thing.
Ooh, what
did
just
Zoom
happened?
do?
Zoom crashed. It's back now.
Oh, oh my.
Let's not ask too many questions. It came.
Oh.
It seemed to do it all by itself.
Yeah, it worked.
It crashed itself and then reset itself. I had very little input, so we'll just move on. We'll just move
We'll
on.
just keep going.
All right.
Okay.
Don't question the Zoom.
I can go first. That's no problem.
All right. I will be close behind you.
Not too close, please.
Absolutely. Arkham will be close behind you.
Perhaps Lady Blackbird, perhaps you would like to come up with me near the front.
We stick together like glue. So.
Did you say her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally did. I thought we agreed we were telling them. Didn't you tell them that we are?
I thought we agreed that we weren't telling them.
I don't know. You tell me. Like I'm the muscle in this relationship, okay? You can't go telling me things if you don't want me to tell people.
Don't tell you the things that you've known for the last like 10 years.
But don't tell me we're gonna tell people if we're not gonna tell people, and then we are gonna tell people. I don't know.
You just watch me not tell people. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Let's go. We don't
Arky,
have time for this.
Yeah.
that's an incredible coincidence. She has the same name as the Lady Blackbird. That's like on the run. What a strange world we live.
There are warrants out for the return of Lady Blackbird to
Wow.
her husband to be.
Incredible.
I know. I really
What a-
wanted to be called Lady Blue Jay. It was just an unfortunate coincidence.
That is the weirdest thing, Captain.
Isn't it? This is so odd. I wonder if they're related.
Anyway, so
go.
I take a look at everybody. I feel out the situation a little bit, and I'm like, cool, yeah. Let's get going down this passageway, Naomi. Chop, chop, let's go.
Okay, stay close.
All
Let's
right.
smooth that over. You guys head through the passageways. It's getting warmer. As typically you pass through or pass by engine rooms. You can hear outside of the, where the panels meet the main hallways shouting, of the sirens as they seem to be searching for the escaped prisoners.
All right. Yeah. So if we're at the engines, that means we're near the back of the ship, and I think we need to be more at the middle of the ship, the middle bottom, to get to the owl. So I'm gonna note that and say that we should be heading. If we're heading towards it where it's warmer, that's probably the engines, and that's probably the opposite direction we need to go. Unless, no, that's probably the opposite direction we need to go.
Okay, so so you guys are going to take another turn. What's happening here?
Well, yeah, if that's the direction we're headed, I'm gonna suggest we turn around and head the other direction. Try and find the center of the ship, so past whatever air ballast they've got. Once we're past the ballast, we're probably near the center of the ship.
Okay, so yeah, I'll say that you can do that. Again, it's not going to go directly to the bay, but you think you're going to be close.
Okay.
When you get to this one spot, you're like, okay.
Naomi's following your instructions, but she's also sort of like, I see. Now, everyone said in the cellar that it was silly for me to say that we could use smuggling tunnels to get out of the ship, but here we are using smuggling tunnels to get out of the ship. But it's a silly idea at the time. But
The important difference between maintenance tunnels and smuggling tunnels is how much booze you find in them.
None with you around.
So I've come to the panel that will lead back out, and that you will have to go back into the main hallways to get to the bay.
Okay, let's do this.
All right, you pop it open and come face to face with 3 guards.
Can I not do it sneakily? Can I sneakily push it open?
You can give me a roll. You are not a very sneaky person, Naomi.
I don't know. In my ex-slave trait, I've got sneak as a tag, I'll have you know.
Okay, so how about we do a roll of 3? So tell me what you want to attach.
I've got ex-slave.
Okay, so that's 1 extra already.
I can use to say just 1 tag from each thing. So like sneak.
No, so you can only use 1 trait and as many tags as you want from that 1 trait. As long as you can convince me that they make sense.
Oh.
Is helping a thing? Is this something that I could...
Helping is a thing. So what you can do is if you can say how narratively you help someone, you can give them a dice from your own pool.
Awesome. I'm gonna take some cloth from I'm gonna like take off my scarf and stuff it in the hinge mechanisms of the door to muffle the sound of it opening.
Okay, good. So I will tell you, just because of the way I narrate it, you know that there are a few guards outside, kind of around. So being quiet is good. So again, how are you approaching it? So if you're being helped, you get another extra 1.
So I'm not going to use ex-slave after all. I'm going to use keen. I'm going to use awareness, traps, and insightful.
So keen, insightful, awareness. Yep. Okay, and then you get the 1 extra, so that's 6 altogether.
Nice.
So roll that. Yep. Okay, so you're able to pop it just quietly enough. So you see a little bit outside. You definitely see 3 guards. One of them had a gun, and the other 2 have nightsticks, essentially.
All right.
Just one has a gun. Are they also happen to be the closest one to us?
Sure.
I'm gonna lean forward and whisper, Naomi, I want that gun. Yes. Yeah.
So I'm gonna sneak up behind the person with the gun, and possibly use my secret of destruction on the back of their head if I can do that.
You can only use the secret once per.
Oh, I've used it. Oh no, I've prematurely used my secrets.
But I will. You don't have to roll to punch a single person.
Oh, okay, brilliant. Then I'm going to punch this person.
Yeah, you were a former pit fighter. You know how to punch a person.
Yeah.
Okay, so you sock this guy in the back of the head, as his back is turned towards you. The other 2 kind of turn around, hearing the sound of someone being punched really hard.
As soon as Naomi like punches, Cyrus is going to like try and dive roll and catch the gun, and come up pointing at them.
Okay, let's do that. A roll of difficulty 3. I'm interested to see if you're able to look.
Then I'm going to use 1 normal warrior, pistol,
okay,
battle hardened.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use 2 more of my pool.
Ooh boy, okay.
Can I help by looking really, really scary? No, wait, I don't have that yet.
Well, Captain Vance, you're good. So you look awesome.
I come up pointing. Hey, gents, I don't think your job's worth your life.
The other 2 kind of look at each other.
These are Imperials, right?
Oh, yeah.
Can I just punch the next one?
Yeah. You punch the next one.
You should just drop. You're the last one. Just
drops it.
Beautiful.
Bonk. Last one.
Okay, are you just knocking them out, Naomi, or are you intent on killing them?
I mean, they might work for Imperials, but they might not be like Imperial. Like they might be slaves themselves. So I'm not gonna kill them. I'm just going to, just like scratch marks on their faces or something.
Just casually scratch a mark in their face.
Yeah, something to let them know they've crossed me.
Okay,
Press an N.
sure. We'll do that.
Right. I'm gonna like drag one of them into the tunnels and like just start disrobing the guy to put on the clothes.
Yeah. That's totally something you can do. You can just start taking it off and.
I follow her lead, and I do the same with one of the other.
Okay, so there's one more uniform set left if anyone wants that.
You take that one, Naomi. I've got the hat.
And it looks like a good hat. It's a good hat.
Yeah.
It's a good look for you, sir.
Thanks,
Alright.
Arky.
Will Naomi put it on?
Naomi, just get dressed already. We're in a rush. Let's go.
Okay. She puts it on, but she's not happy.
Okay. I will remind you that anytime that you think you hit a key, you can convince me by saying, "I think I hit this key." With that, I'll just do, for example, right now with that decision, doing something that you didn't want to do, but because Lady Blackbird told you to, I would say that hit Key of the Guardian right there.
Okay.
Nice.
Again, you can make that either add an XP or add a dice to your pool.
I'll take an XP.
Okay.
So again, just every time you think that something may be that, you just tell me and I'll say yes, no.
Nice. Did stealing that diamond ring earlier count as my key of greed?
Yes.
Oh, and my key of commander when I came up with a plan and gave orders to make it happen.
You came up with many plans.
Yeah.
Perfect. Anything that Lady Blackbird can?
I was doing Key of the Imposter previous, but then I did my buy-off, so I just have to read what they do.
So basically a buy-off means that you just completely flip it, which means that that's going to be your new key. It basically removes that key from being a thing for you.
Okay, yeah. No, I don't think I've hit anything then that was important.
Okay, that's fine.
No, I didn't need to hit the other two people, so can that come under my key of vengeance?
Sure.
I'll take another XP.
Again, anybody who's watching this is a very story, characters heavy, ruled light kind of game. I'm just here to help facilitate the story.
Actually, key of the mission, which is escape the Empire to rendezvous. When I gave the diamond up, that would have been an action that I had to take, and then ordering Naomi to help us get out would have been a second.
Perfect.
On that same one.
Yeah. So
nice.
You have two now. Again, you can either put into XP or add to your pool of dice. Again, just yell at me if you're like, I think that hit this thing, and I'll be like, cool.
Great.
Okay, so yeah, you've got these three bodies. You've changed into uniform. Are you picking up the nightsticks as well?
I only need the pistol, so if someone else wants nightsticks.
I pick up one of the nightsticks and I look at it and I turn it over my hand and I'm like, this is like a rapier, right? This is like I can use it similarly, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm like,
you seem confident, yeah.
all right, this'll do.
Personally, I do not see the point. Why not just use your hands?
We don't all have those sledge hands. By the way, I found this maintenance hatch hooch.
It was a smuggler's cave.
No, smugglers don't put something like hooch in the hatches. It's engineers who are drinking all the time.
All right, let's go.
All right.
I feel so cold. I feel so cooled out right now.
Naomi, I told you that you need to quit the drinking.
All right.
Hey, Arky.
So, yep.
Arky, when we get to the ship, I think it's going to be locked. I think they're going to be using one of those XJ pattern locks that's going to hold the ship underneath the frigate. Is that something that you might be able to get off?
Maybe. I don't know yet. Well, I have to look at it first, I think.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
God.
I'm not going to make it an order because I'm very scared right now, and I just want to go home.
All right, let's go.
All right. So you guys can duck through the hallways. You manage to kind of stick to the walls to avoid most of the guards that you go by. But you're realizing as you get close to Vance that, well, the bay is going to be very busy and very open.
Hmm. All right. I have a plan. See that big rolly thing over there? The cart? We put a box on the cart. We put me in the box. You're all wearing uniforms. You wheel me onto the ship. Then Arky can figure out how to get the lock off, and I can start warming up the engines.
All right.
Would they notice when the engines start firing up?
Sure, but my engines are pretty good, notwithstanding the fact that we got caught once.
I mean,
Shouldn't we try and disable the ship or something before we go?
Yeah, actually, I was gonna throw a wrench in one of the engines over there.
That sounds like a good plan. Glad I came up with it. Thank you.
so do you want to go into one of the engine rooms and mess with it?
Yep, I'm gonna sabotage.
All right, so finding an engine room is not that difficult. There are actually about 3 engines for a Imperial ship as large as this, because it's a large ship and it needs to go far places. Okay, so with that, you can duck into one of the engine rooms. How do you plan to sabotage it? It's very hot in here. 'Cause
Yeah.
furnace heat.
Furnace heat. Hey, I could probably I don't even need to sabotage one of the engines, because that might be a bad idea for almost everyone on board. But what I could do is close the valves to the furnaces, and just fill up this section of the place with smoke. They'll think there's a fire, and maybe call for
They'd have to.
crew to come to fix it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close the valves.
Okay,
Nice.
so there are again, your ship, the Owl, is just a small smuggler ship, and it wasn't even supposed to be a smuggler ship at first. It was supposed to be like a like a small passenger ship that you made into a smuggler ship. The Imperial ships are a very different beast. So you're gonna have to make me a roll.
Okay.
I'll make it a difficulty 3 as you're trying to find what valve is the right one to do what you want to do.
With my Imperial noble traits for educated and science, can I recognize any of them on sight to know what they are?
Okay, so you can also make me that roll of.
Okay.
So again, you're adding 2 with the. Oh, actually 3 because you're adding the 2 tags.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can roll that, and with only 1 success, you haven't had a long time on ships. You're kind of at a loss as to which one. Like, it's different from reading from a book than it is seeing it in practice, especially since, sometimes last minute repairs change things. Kind of hard to pick out. So, Kale, how do you want to approach?
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to sabotage. I have a mechanic trait that allows me that.
Okay.
And I think that's all I can really add to it at base. So then I'm going to add 3 to this pool.
I would say you could add engines. If you.
Or sabotage.
Yeah, or
I did-
sabotage.
I see. So I can add multiple things from one trait.
Yeah, so
the same
you
roll.
have
Okay.
1 trait, and then you can add any of the tags underneath as long as it applies.
Okay, great. Yeah, that'd be great. Engines would be good. I'm doing the opposite of efficiency and
But do you want?
Yeah, I'll do engine sabotage, and then I'll add. I'm still gonna add 3 because getting 3 successes on a 4+ is
Okay,
rough.
so that's 6 altogether.
Okay. Hey.
Nice.
Perfect. Yeah. So you were able to you glance over at the different valves. You're like, that one.
Nice. And then can I use this key of the mission?
Yep.
To hit that? Yes.
Hell yeah. You are moving on your mission by sabotaging this.
By sabotage.
So even as you start turning it, smoke starts to rise. This kind of white smoke that is, characteristics of these, and you just kind of let it billow a bit before exiting out.
Awesome. Can I do? No, I'm just gonna leave this as is. No, wait, no. I want to try to set up something to collapse in front of the door to make it a little bit harder for people to move in. Like, give them that much space, so smoke still billows out, but it's like maybe a barrel placed between one of like the mechanisms and the door itself.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can stack that, no problem.
Yep. So that'll make it harder.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so that's what that is. All right, and you can just duck back out.
Yep.
You got all of you from outside. You can see that smoke starting to kind of waft out of
I
here.
just have this big fucking grin on my face as I just kind of like walk up to you.
When there's a lot of smoke, that means Ark either did very well or very poorly. I'm excited to find out which one.
Just walk faster, I say. just go.
At this point, you hear another siren go off, slightly different tone. Which fans this means shit, there's a fire.
All right, I'm gonna grab a crate, stack it on top of one of the hand carts, crawl inside it, and as I'm pulling it shut over me, I'm gonna say, "Make sure you knock twice before you open it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna start shooting." Thunk.
You now have a captain in a box.
Open the box.
Try to wheel me softly. I don't want a rough ride.
I'm going to wheel
Naomi, you
him.
take the cart.
Okay.
I think you're.
I was muted. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm just gonna throw all of my strength into it immediately, like drop my shoulder and just chuck my weight into it, like boom, and just get it moving.
Oh, drop the gun.
Okay, so yeah, the bay doors are unlocked and will open as soon as you approach.
So, are we actually taking him onto the ship, or are we like taking him up to a group of soldiers, opening the lid, watching him pop out like a jack in a box?
We're gonna try to get on the ship.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thought we could have taken out some Imperials.
So
Priorities.
so the doors open. You see a giant. Again, this is a very large ship, giant bay that has at least 6 separate ports for different ships on it. Essentially, each of those ports have different doors that separate. The basically it's like a ramp, and to ferry boats or whatever, you have to kind of get them to go down. So you see the owl all the way at the end, and you see that its little bridge thing is up. So you're gonna have to activate that for anything else. However, it's kind of chaos in here. There's several Imperial soldiers who are kind of running back and forth with first the alarm of escaped prisoners and now the alarm of a fire. You'll notice one man dressed in Imperial clothes that set him at a rank higher than the rest, as he's barking out orders to the others. So are you guys just gonna go pretend that, you belong here? Are you trying to stick closer to the wall? What's happening here?
I can't see anything. I'm in a
Yeah.
box.
Captain Vance, you can't see anything.
Captain can't come up with a plan this time.
Technically, we're still doing my plan.
I mean, we are all wearing uniforms, aren't we? So.
Yeah. I think the best way to go about this is to hide in plain sight.
So
Everybody look casual.
looking at his uniform, I'm an imperial noble, right? So I grew up with this kind of stuff, education, history, connections. Looking at his uniform, what rank is he?
This is the captain.
Is this the captain of the ship?
Oh, yes.
Looking at the outfits that each of us have on, do any of us have anything else that would indicate anything special about us, or no?
You kind of look around. You look pretty much like new recruits.
New recruits? Okay.
That's good. We might be beneath his notice. Well, you might be. I'm in a box.
You're in a box, which is in a way beneath his notice.
It's true.
Okay.
I don't think...
So we need to get this like bridge open. You said, right?
Yeah. So each of them, each of the ports have basically a button that you can hit to lower the bridge that connects the ground part of the bay to the ship. And it will also, the same thing on the other side, will release the ship from the bridge.
Okay. So looking around, is there enough chaos for you, Kale, to hit the button without being noticed? Right?
I mean, I could try. I could certainly try. Yeah. There is chaos. I don't think there's enough of it, though. I think we ought to create a little more.
What you're saying is we need a distraction.
Yes.
I should punch the captain?
No, you shouldn't. I'm gonna roll a cunning check to distract the captain by telling him more details about the issue with the ship.
Okay, so what you're trying, so it's more, describe to me narratively what you want to do. You want to go up to him and try to distract.
Yeah, so I look around my companions and I'm like, listen, you guys need to get that rail down and get him on board. I'm going to go talk to the captain, and hopefully we can do this quickly enough to get out of here. Okay.
Is that the plan?
Does anyone have anything to say?
Naomi, how do you feel about letting the lady go off on her own to do a dangerous thing?
I feel uncomfortable. Lady, are you going to be okay? Perhaps I should just punch the captain.
No, I think I can do this. I think I can make him believe that I'm just a crew member. I already look like one. What more is there to it, right?
Why don't you
stop? Is anyone? Have we gone the ship now?
You hear from the box.
I don't know what to do with it. I'm just gonna kick it.
All right, I'll wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
So
all else fails, you can punch him.
all right, so I know Kale's definitely guiding the cart along over to the owl. What is Naomi doing?
I guess sort of like maybe push the cart in such a way that it's not going the most direct route, it's going a reasonably close to the lady route.
How do you feel about this, Kale? You're noticing Naomi's not wanting to get there directly.
I'm gonna snap in front of her and be like, "Look, we have to get on there." Okay?
Yes, if we go too direct a route, they might suspect.
No, it's fine. Trust me. I got this.
You sound like me.
That's the box.
I kick the box.
All right, I'll wait.
All right,
Okay.
you start pushing. Lady Blackbird.
Okay. So standing at the mouth of the bay, I immediately break into a fairly brisk run and go up to the captain, and I'm gonna roll for my cunning and deception check. So, deception, misdirection, disguise gives me 3 extra to make him believe that I am a actual crew member.
So this is going to be a difficulty 4 at least, because he is a busy man and you are pretending to be a new recruit.
Yeah. So trying to convince him to be that I am a crew member and that immediate assistance is needed for the issue with the engine. You need to come look at it. So I have deception, misdirection, disguise. I don't think codes is applicable, and I'm gonna pull it up with 2 more, so it'll give me a total of my original 3 and 2.
Because I knew the plan and what she was doing, I help in the way that I'm giving her mechanical jargon.
Sure, we'll say that. So that's an extra. So that brings you up to. This is the worst part of me counting how many dice you have.
I'm like 1, 2.
I think you have 7, including the help die from Kale.
Yeah, I think I have 7. Okay.
Double that.
Oh!
Very nice.
Nailed it.
Nice.
So you go up to him and so you're saying she's like not now recruits. There's escaped prisoners on here and I cannot let them go.
It's absolutely important that you come with me right now. There's a huge problem with the engine. You won't even believe it's all the mechanical garbage. We're a massive failure here, sir.
She's like, you are certainly an energetic recruit. Very well. I will get and he waves at like this group and said, the others have gotten the prisoners. Go and check the engine room. Which one?
All of them.
That's just down the hall.
All of them.
Yeah, literally all of them.
That's right. You two to go check the engine room. 1, you two, get anyone else who isn't looking for the prisoners into this. Tracy, and you should return to your duties, recruit.
And I'm like, yes, sir. And I cut off away from him.
Which direction are you headed?
Back towards the door to kind of meld in with the pack.
Okay. He's not budging. He's staying there because now he's now he's definitely. You can tell he's getting stressed. He has his his arms crossed. And his barking of orders is even more aggravated.
So that was to the purpose of giving Kale the opportunity to hit the door, right? Okay.
Yeah. So
cool.
That would have given you enough time for you guys to get over there and hit that button if you were. Naomi, if you're kind of looking back, are you looking back? Did I check on the lady?
Yeah, of course I am. I'm.
So you see her enacting this, oh my god, everything's terrible. But instead of coming back towards you, she's headed back towards the bay doors.
Do you know what? I'm going to trust the lady. If I mess up the plan, she'll get caught and it'll be all my fault. So I'm going to stick with Kale and get the talking box on the not talking ship.
Yeah, so you guys managed to push the button and start getting Captain onto the ship as this whole charade is going down. And you can see that Captain Hollis's back is towards you currently. You're gonna have to act quick though, because you can see Lady Blackbird starting to move away.
I also want to say too, Key of the Imposter should have got triggered there. Can I take that XP point?
Yep.
Great.
So you guys could get the box onto the ship.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, and Key of the Mission as well.
Yep.
Thanks.
As soon as I Yeah, I'm gonna be like, am I on the ship yet?
Yes.
Knock twice.
Haha! Excellent. I'm gonna get the engines warmed up. Are we locked down or are we free to go? Also, where's the sister of Lady Blackbird?
So once I feel like I've gotten far enough from the captain that they're not paying attention to me anymore, I looped back around to rejoin the others.
Okay, that's going to be a little tricky just because there's a huge wave of people leaving.
Yeah,
And you would be
returning
out
the
of
other
the
way.
ordinary. So that would be a difficulty 4. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go with. She's trying to blend in with the pack, right? So everyone's leaving, and she'll just kind of hang back for a couple seconds, hang back while everybody else passes by me. Takes a quick look to make sure it doesn't seem like anyone's looking around, and then starts to turn the other way. So I'm going to use misdirection and deception to give me bonuses.
Okay, what trait is that under?
Cunning.
Okay, so you got 1 for cunning and then 2 for those 2 tags.
And then I would think disguise because I'm still wearing a uniform, so I should still look pretty in place. And then I'm gonna add. What's my role so that I don't get noticed first? Like, what should be my pass fail?
You have to do 4 successes.
4? It's a little low. I'm gonna take one out of my pool too to give me a better chance.
Okay. So that's just 1 for your pool?
Yeah.
All right, that's 6.
It's tight. Oh, rip me. Critical failure.
So you start kind of sneaking your way through, and as you do, all of you can hear, "You, recruit, what are you doing?" from Captain Hollis.
Oh man.
You guys ever want to take a captain with you?
I'll go get the captain.
All right, go get the captain.
I will sneak out. I'm going to like behind barrels.
Okay, that's gonna be sneaking is gonna be a difficulty of 4 again because there's a goddamn captain now very alarmed by things happening.
Okay, would you say he's also a noble?
Yeah, Captain Hollis is of
Cool.
imperial nobility. Yeah.
So I'm going to use ex-slave. I'm going to use sneak, hide, run, and nobles.
Okay, so that's going to be 6. Yes, my brain's just like counting is a thing.
How difficult did you say it's going to be down here?
4.
I'll use 2 from my pool as well.
Okay.
That's
Oh, and
8.
Lady Blackbird, because you failed, those pool dice return to you. You don't actually spend them, essentially.
Oh, great. So, is this kind of happening both at the same time then? So you're doing your
Well, you sneak, you got caught. Everyone kind of heard this, and so Naomi's starting to get her way over there.
So I wheel around to look at the captain. And so you said that he's of noble descent, so I would know who he is then, since...
Yeah, Captain Hollis is, he is not quite a lord, but he is certainly of a noble family, 3rd son of the House of Hollis. You would know from Elysium.
Okay. So... I'm gonna go with a cunning check again. So I wheel around and I say, I just remembered there's one other thing, sir!
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is gonna be a difficulty 5.
5, yeah. Deception, misdirection.
Is it 8 dice for my sneak as well?
Okay, yeah, you can roll that. With a 4, exactly.
Always.
You're able to kind of sneak behind some of the barrels and sneak. And you see Lady Blackbird being like, I forgot a thing.
I'm like, I forgot.
How many people are looking at the captain right now?
there's probably around like the tail end of this big crowd of people that left. So probably about 3 or 4 people who are kind of like looking back at the captain, being like, "What? Everything all right, sir?"
Yeah, I got it. Okay. I'm gonna use a charm. I'm actually gonna use a charm check, not a cunning check.
Okay.
I forgot, sir. Say thank you. And
Okay. So what are you attaching to that? What are you attaching to that?
I'm gonna go charisma, presence, nobles.
Okay, charisma, presence, nobles.
And then I'm
That's
gonna
5.
attach 2 pool dice to it as well.
Okay, not 7.
Oh god. Oh my god!
He kind of stopped for a second. Hold on. I know you.
Oh, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna jump out, like grab him and like put him behind the barrel.
Okay. Grabbing him is not going to be the problem. The 4 people that are watching this are going to be the problem.
Yes, I'm going to grab him, put him down, and be like, "Oh no, he has fallen. Come and aid."
No, hold on.
Okay,
So I'm like
this-
booting up the ship the whole time this is happening. I'm
Yeah, so
booting up the ship.
you've ducked into the ship itself, through like the little port door. It's like it's not a ship where you have like a deck
Yeah.
to it. It's like it's like a encased.
It's like
Also, this question was never answered. Is the ship mechanically tethered to its spot, or is it just?
Yeah. So there's another button on the other side of the gates that if you press it will release the ship.
Okay.
Great.
That's
So I'm gonna head off the ship real quick, and you know what? On the way, I don't need a cart. Do you need a cart?
no.
But I think Naomi needs a cart, so I'm gonna push the cart at the prone captain on my way out.
As like hard as you can, just like
Yeah, just
Okay. So
Um.
Naomi, the captain is still very much awake when you first grab him. And he is going to try to fight back at you.
Good.
Make me a difficulty roll of 4 to prevent the gun from going straight into your face.
Yep. So I'm gonna use my pit fighter tag. I'm going to use combat tested, brutal, living weapon, fast, and hard.
Okay, so that's gonna be
Feel
so on top of your 1 original, that's 7 in total.
And what difficulty was it?
4.
Sod it, we'll go with 7. See what happens.
Okay.
Oh!
This is beautiful. This is some RKO, like RKA films, pratfalls. I love it. Keystone
So-
Cops.
ever.
So as she's like, I know you. You grab him and start pulling him down, but by that time she's noticed, oh no, something's wrong. He already had his hand on his gun. So as you drag him down, and before you can try to knock him out, he pulls out his gun and shoots you. However, you are able to prevent it from being a mortal wound, but you get the injured tag.
Nice.
As you get a bullet wound straight in the meat of your shoulder.
Does the captain get a cart wound?
Yeah, wait a second. We gotta roll how good she hit him with that cart before he can use a gun.
I'm gonna say that the whole situation of being thrown and being shot takes place before the cart is
That makes sense. I get it.
Yep.
rolled.
Can I ask the question?
Yes.
Why didn't you guys run? Like once you got past the captain's attention was diverted and he like called your name, you can just run. There was no one between you and the ship.
Cause I'm gonna gain 2 keys. Key of Vengeance, 3 keys, Key of Guardian, Key of Vengeance, Key of the Warrior, all the keys!
I also got key of the mission there and key of impost.
Okay. Again, you mark it down. Those all make sense to me.
And I want
Fantastic.
to buy acrobatics with my XP, my 5 XP I have.
Okay.
I'm looking for a don't get shot tag that I can buy.
You're like,
So,
oh,
so essentially, you have to buy a trait before if you're getting a brand new thing. So under your traits, you'll see there are some tags that are in brackets. You can buy those. Or if you want a totally different set, you have to get the trait first, and then whatever ensuing tags, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I think I'll take the strong tag as well. I'm gonna spend my 5 and take the strong tag.
Very well. So yeah, you've been shot, Naomi.
Yes, I
It
have.
hurts,
It hurts like hell. She's sitting there doing the whole.
but you're still alive. He's still underneath you as he rolls from underneath, as you are taken aback by the shot blast.
all right. So Lady Blackbird now breaks into a sprint towards Naomi
Oh,
to intervene in this situation. I still have this baton as well.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to hit the captain with the baton.
Okay, first I want to see if the cart actually gets anywhere. So, Kale, how are you pushing that cart so that it hits?
Well,
captain.
I'm gonna do it trickily. I'm gonna do
Okay.
it quickly. Dirty fighting, I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah,
does
dirty
this,
fight definitely works.
because I'm using this as both like a momentum sort of thing to go down, but also like kind of jump off on the other side unseen. I'd like to use the escape tag as well.
All right. So how many is that? Off the top?
That's 3.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. It's probably gonna be a difficulty of 4 to try to get it right, so that it will actually do something other than just kind of rolling. to
I'm
there.
taking 3 points out of my pool. One,
Okay, go.
boop. Ah man,
Oh
that's
no.
It kind of just
doesn't
rolls
heart ruined.
and kind of boops the barrel.
Boop. Barrel boop.
Okay.
You get those pool dice back because you
Alright.
didn't succeed.
So I run at the captain.
Okay.
And then So is
Can
he on the ground right now? Like what?
Yeah, he's just getting up from
Okay.
being pinned
I-
underneath Naomi.
I run at the captain and hit him with this club, and I'm gonna take run acrobatics duels as my bonuses. I think. I want to use fencing, but I don't think it's close enough to a sword. If I had a sword, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, it's a club. So yeah, this will be because he's on the ground and he's not expecting you. I'm going to do difficulty 3.
All right, and I'm at 4 right now. I'm gonna use 2 of my pool dice.
Okay, so that's up to 6.
Jesus.
okay. Now, I know the light was a bit tricky and it looked like I got shot, but I've just read my secrets, and I've got secret of the bodyguard, which means if I was protecting someone like Naomi, who I was running to protect, I can re-roll a failure. Could I do that now, despite it looking like I got shot?
If you would like to do that, I will allow it. Again, once you use it, that's it for that game. Yup.
Nice.
So
Get rid of that injured tech. Get out of here.
yeah, so you definitely almost feel like you got shot.
Almost.
It definitely looks like she got shot.
There's some powder burns.
Yeah, there's definitely some powder burns,
Your ear, it's got like the tinnitus.
Yeah.
'Cause-
but you're not shot.
Let's punch him in the face. Let's just knock him out.
Okay, that's gonna just be a difficulty 3 as he is rolling out of the way, trying to get gone. He
Okay.
is trained in combat. He knows this shit. So, what are you doing to punch this guy?
Actually, you know what? If he's gonna be all like wriggly about it, I'm gonna try and use his wriggliness. I'm gonna use my combat-tested, brutal, living weapon, fast, hard, strong hands.
Don't screw with Naomi. Oh.
Y'all want to fight?
So,
To,
Naomi, I played Naomi when I played Lady Blackbird, and she is the best if you need to fight anything.
I'm gonna ram his head through the side of that cart that's just booped into the barrels.
Okay, how many dice is that?
I've got 6 things to add.
Okay. So that's with the additional original 1, that's 7.
Yeah.
All right.
Beautiful.
Just enough. You BAM! Are you trying to kill him?
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to kill him.
Are you trying not to kill? Are you trying not to kill him?
I don't really care, but I figure if he goes through the side of the cart, then I can wheel him onto the ship easily.
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, he's on the cart. There are 4 people who are now pulling out their guns from the bay door.
Lady Blackbird, say something.
Or run.
Or run, yeah.
Over the PA system.
I'm down there now. I'm gonna hit the button to release the other gate.
Okay, run! I'll run behind you.
Okay, I'm gonna run to the ship.
To give them cover, I'm gonna, like, as soon as I feel the ship is free, I'm gonna, like, roll it just a little bit and use one of the ventral steam vents to, like, just blast that with steam to mask their run.
Clever. Yeah, I think you know your ship. I would allow that to just happen.
I will note the only reason it vents steam up top there is because I keep refusing to give Kale the money to fix it.
Yep. So it works. So there's a blast of steam, and you hear a bunch of bullets whizzing by you guys, as they're kind of firing into the sudden steam screen. So are you taking the captain with you?
Yeah, he's in the car. I'll just roll him straight on.
Yeah, we'll take the captain. He's our captain now.
All right, you now have Captain Hollis, who is either very unconscious or might possibly be dead. We don't know yet.
We don't know.
Yep. I'm as soon as they're on, I'm just gonna, like, roll the ship the other way and just drop and try and get the low cloud cover.
Also,
Okay.
thank you very much to Potato Hollow, who donates to give Naomi 2 nat 20s, whatever they are in this game.
That would just be a let's do that as adding a success. So
Okay.
whatever it
I
is,
like
you
that.
just add a success to it.
Cool.
Very cool.
That just allows for the freedom of the dice to still roll as they are. Okay, so as you kind of hop in and everyone just kind of piles in, Captain Vance, being the seasoned sailor that you are, the Wild Blue essentially is like endless sky in a sense. However, if you go below cloud, there's the lower part of the Wild Blue, which can have toxic gases in it. Generally speaking, that is a great way to lose somebody, but you don't want to be down there for too long, as A, is toxic, and B, there are sky monsters that like to hang out down there.
Terrifying. I can't wait.
So that's the trade-off you're gonna make here.
Yep.
So yeah, you can start pulling away.
As we're dipping down, I just glance back. Ha! We really stuck it old Captain Hollis. What I would give to see the look on his face.
So, Captain Vance, what is your relationship with Captain Hollis?
He was in the academy with me. We both got middling scores, but the only reason he got middling scores was he kept cheating off me. So that's really his fault for deciding that. But most importantly, he was present at my court-martial as a witness. And let's just say he did not help my defense.
Very well. So as you all take off, um, back into the wild blue, again that endless expanse of cloud and sky greets you. Um, so are you going to try to duck to the lower?
Oh yeah, we're going
Okay.
under. Gotta
So
risk it.
you guys down below into the lower depths. Um, it's this kind of darker blue down here, gray colored, as it's almost this fog. However, you know better, both Kale and Captain Vance, that this is poisonous gases. And it's also slightly corrosive. So you think you could be down here for half an hour at most before you'd have to duck back up.
Okay. Half hour should give us enough time. I'm gonna lock the controls on course real quick and spin around and go, all right, I don't know how long we can stay under here because frankly, I don't keep the ship in the best working order. It's a half hour. Glad you know that. I knew that. I was just testing you. Good job. We need a destination. They're probably going to be following the direction where they caught us. So I'm thinking we make a stop off at Haven.
Kale, you would know that Haven is probably also a good stop off point because while this ship can run well, it doesn't run well for very long periods of times.
Yeah.
And you don't know if you'd be able to make the full stretch over to where the Pirate King is and back in one go.
Yeah. They we need to stop for fuel. Regardless.
Oh,
Fuel and
Yeah.
spare parts.
And rest.
You're
And
constantly
also
having to replace stuff.
They freaking salvaged my control panel. I'm gonna rip off the side. Like, why they take the most? Like, ugh. That's copper
Yep.
wiring.
Yep, absolutely. Whoever pays to repair this ship really should allocate more funds to that, huh?
With you.
Oh,
Do you think we could make it closer to Nightport?
Not in one go.
not in one go. I know you've got places to be, but I have places not to be, and that's dead.
So you would know that both Nightport and Haven are two planets, in a sense, very small planets, on the way to the Remnants, which is where your final destination is. Haven is the most prominent of the free worlds. Slavery is outlawed here. A lot of ex-slaves make their home here. Nightport, on the other hand, it's less visited because it's not quite as nice. Unlike the other worlds, it does not rotate. It's on one side, pirates and smugglers have built a hidden port city that you would know enough about because you are smugglers.
Hmm.
It's a dangerous place, but almost anything can be bought or sold here, and not a lot of people are going to bat an eye if you land there.
Fair enough. What are
Maybe
you,
we should.
What's
Maybe
your,
we should do Nightport then.
What's your interest in Nightport, Lady Blackbird?
I just want to be closer to where I want to go.
Sure. By the way, do you have any plans to collect on that bounty on your sister's head?
I mean, if she ever shows her dirty face again, I guess so, but and I probably should roll like a deception, misdirection, disguise.
Yeah, there's not many PvP kind of roles here.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, Captain Vance totally knows.
Yeah.
He's
It's really hard not
just
to.
he's just playing the buffoon right now, which is like 80% of what he does on purpose and another 10% on top by accident.
She's just not willing to outright say
Yeah.
like even though she knows she'll
Mhm.
never admit it that that's exactly who she is, but she is happy to use her connections in order to help you.
Mhm.
Obviously, you've been offered quite a large sum of money, probably comparable to the bounty, in order to get her out of here. So
Mhm.
the hope is that you're not going to turn her in, right?
Right, and especially after seeing what Naomi did, I'm not like super eager to pick a fight there. But Captain Vance is like in a sort of coded speak, letting you know that he knows and is trying to figure out your angle.
So I think this is a great point to have a refreshment scene. So for refreshment scenes are essentially RP scenes where a player can choose another character to have a conversation with, and this is the way to refresh your dice pool and also to refresh a secret, so that you can use it again.
Great.
So I think this is a great opportunity. You're on the ship. You have this kind of break to between planets. It's going to take a couple days or so. It's a very small galaxy in a sense. It doesn't take that long to go across. So we can do that. So we can all kind of just figure out who wants to talk to who. And I think Lady Blackbird and Captain Vance having that conversation would be a great refreshment scene.
Great.
Okay.
Can I take my key of the mission point for successfully escaping the Imperial ship?
Yes, perfect.
Great. Yeah, so I just need to get where I'm going as quickly as possible.
Okay, so how about the two of you decide where you want the scene to take place? Where on the ship?
I'm going to invite Lady Blackbird into the captain's quarters for a quick drink, and to ostensibly to discuss plans, but
Naomi, how do you feel about Lady Blackbird being invited by herself to the captain's quarters?
I am nervous. I think that he knows that she is actually Lady Blackbird.
Okay. Are you going to be doing anything?
I'm going to be looking to Lady Blackbird, maybe catching her sleeve before she goes for a quick conversation, just something along the lines of, "Are you going to be okay? Should I not come with you?"
Well, if I turn up dead, you know it was a bad idea, I guess.
That's very slow. The most reassuring.
Of that face over and over again.
Shall I wait outside?
She laughs a little bit, but then she lowers her voice and a little bit softer says, "No, really, I think it's going to be fine. If they want to be dead, they had lots of opportunity to turn me in already."
Okay, I guess that's a fair point.
All right. So, Lady Blackbird, you enter into the captain's headquarters.
Captain Vance has, loosened up a bit. He's got his suspenders hanging now. He's unbuttoned his cuffs, but he's still wearing his hat. He never takes that off unless he has to. And he's just poured 2 drinks, and he picks one up and he offers her the other. So, really eager to get to where you're going, huh?
So Lady Blackbird has now changed out of the garments that she was in during the last fight scene. She's in like a more casual, almost like riding crop attire, a high boot with a minimal heel, something that's pretty practical. But you can tell that her clothes are really nice. They're very finely made. Even though they don't necessarily give off the immediate implication of having a lot of wealth, they're evidently not in poor condition or poor shape. She's also taken off any jewelry she had been wearing previously and appears to be fairly comfortable on the ship, even though her body language is still a little bit more reserved. She sits down and looks at the captain and says, "Yeah, well, I'm gonna guess that there's probably about as many people looking for me as there are for you, so time is of the essence."
Yeah, that's the thing about being on the run, isn't it? At first, they're looking for you, and then no one's looking for you, and then you're looking for a place for yourself to go. You have that. That last part, somewhere to go.
Yeah, at least for the time being.
You tell me that your destination's just temporary?
I don't know. It's been a time So I'm not sure exactly what I'm heading into, but I do know it has to be better than what I was at.
Take it from me. That uncertainty, that doesn't end up better. You start at the top, and it's just kind of slowly trickling your way down. Then you end up in a rust bucket with smart crew that doesn't respect you, with a cap that doesn't fit you anymore. I think you need to know exactly where you're going and exactly why you're going. Because hoping on a better future is not going to end well.
Don't I know it? She takes a long drink out of her glass and sits quietly for a few moments, pensive, evidently thinking about what he just said. You know, for a captain of an absolute garbage dump, you're a pretty smart guy.
Middle of my class. And for a pampered lily palm silver spoon kid, you got some spunk.
She drums her fingers on the table and looks at him. So what do you want out of this now? I'm not saying that what you know is right, but I'm not saying it's wrong. And I know that things could be a lot easier for you if they didn't go out the way that I wanted them to.
I think at some point I just sort of became condemned to be exactly who I am. And I've been paying the price of that little by little. First, it was my captain's stripes in the Imperial Navy. Then it was a jacket, the only leftover jacket I had from the Navy. That got sliced up when someone tried to stab me in Nightport. Lost my boots because we needed to crush them down for grease because the ship was falling apart. By the way, apparently you can turn boots into grease if you press them hard enough. All I've got left is the cap. The only thing I want is to hold on to my cap. The last thing that reminds me of my time in the Navy and everything that it should have represented. That's the best answer I've got for you.
I guess that means that for the time being, we are unlikely allies then.
Sure. By the way, my price went up.
She sighs and stretches her arms out and leans her elbow on the table. That's interesting, considering I seem to recall a certain very large diamond disappearing during a certain unexplained trip to an Imperial ship.
We'll call it even. You have a nice night. And he's going to very pointedly open the door for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone else want to?
Kale wants to pull Naomi into the cockpit to keep them both awake.
Yes, you can. Yeah, she's a loose cannon. She'll be fine.
Nah, it's fine. So what do you do when you're not bodyguarding the lady?
She just totally hesitates at that. She eats, sleeps, drinks, bodyguarding. So she not much, really. How about you when you're not playing shipmaster for Captain Vance?
I do a little bit of magic on the side. Teach myself new things. Sometimes I run card games in alleys, but that doesn't last too long, and then it's back to port again. So I'd ask if you had anybody special in your life, but it seems like you already do. question is, does she know?
Ooh, burn.
Heat rises in Naomi. She goes red. I don't know what you mean. Cards, you say? Yeah, I'd love to play cards. We should try playing cards.
Sure. You know, I know a real good variant of strip poker.
A variant where we don't strip?
Yeah, you don't strip. Instead, we talk about your feelings for Lady Blackbird.
Okay, but surely in return you must also talk about your feelings for Captain Vance?
Sure. We'll talk about that.
Okay, I'll play.
Okay.
Nice.
Trade secrets.
Oh my, this is tasty.
This is literally my favorite part of Lady Blackbird.
The refreshment scenes.
Yes. They're
They're
so
pretty
much
good.
fun.
I'm like,
Very-
drama bomb.
And also you do get stuff back. Again,
Yeah.
refresh your pool up to 7 if you haven't already. And
It's good.
you
I
can
still
restore
want all
secret
mine.
if you haven't already.
No, I haven't. I was looking at planets.
All right.
So which of you guys is going first?
But I don't know the rules, so
That's true. I'm initiating, so look it this way. I used to be interested in Captain Vance.
Hmm.
so what changed?
I don't know. It's your turn now.
Oh. Lady Blackbird is the only Imperial who doesn't have a stick up her ass.
But you could put... I won't say.
She like just takes a card and just throws it at you like Kale.
Oh my. Interesting. Well, I started out here. He's very, he's really attractive, good head on his shoulders, much smarter than he lets on, but honestly, I think he's been burned so much, he's just a sort of facade of who he used to be.
He's burning out?
I think so.
Must be hard when you've got expectations to live up to all the time.
No, he's lost those too. I don't think he has any expectations for anyone anymore. That's kind of hard to do. Anyway, I got hitched to somebody in Haven, so that's kind of why I'm wanting to go there.
Oh.
Yeah.
And well, I don't have anyone else. I was I was a slave, and now I'm not a slave, but I still work for an Imperial.
You just can't quit him.
Yeah.
But the question is, does she know?
No. Not at all.
Okay. And I'm gonna offer Naomi some. It's like, is there a version of Skyrim?
Yeah. There's all sorts of alcohol. Make up your own. You pick. I'm
yeah.
sure there's all sorts of types in Haven, especially.
Yeah, this is gonna be called like oh god, let's call it Cloud9 because that's hilarious.
Yes, we'll call it Cloud9.
Well, actually, it's like a rail alcohol. It's a rail rum in a Cloud9 bottle.
Yep.
And pour Naomi a shot.
Oh God, yes.
Ooh. You thirsty fuck.
Literally, no.
I think that's good for a scene for me if you're good with that.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So, The next day passes, no problem. You stayed around the deep under sometimes, but anytime there's any glimpse of the sky squids, you kind of nope, out of that. Which is a smart move. Which
Nice.
are you going to Haven or Nightport?
I think we're going to Haven, but if there's specific resistance to that, okay, we're going to Haven.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go to Nightport, all you have to do is tell us to go there, because you are commissioning this fee.
Technically, you're paying for it.
Yeah, technically you're paying for it.
Okay, Lady Blackbird, I think we can afford to go to Haven. That should be fine.
Lady Blackbird wrings her hands a little bit, thinking about Haven. Sighs and agrees. She's like, she'd much rather be going to Nightport, but she understands the necessity to refuel and gather supplies.
I would like to ask, because it totally slipped my mind until now, what the fuck did you guys do with Captain Hollis?
Oh shit! We forgot about him.
Did he wake up?
He is heavily concussed. He's still alive.
Okay.
Heavily concussed.
Oh.
So what are you doing with him on this tiny, tiny ship?
Do we just push him out the back, or?
No, we're not gonna. I want to leave him someplace unpleasant. I don't want to like try to like sell him or anything, because that feels weird to me. I'd rather just maroon him on some godforsaken rock somewhere. For right now, like, you know, those fold out dining tables with like maybe some like benches around them. We just have him tied to that bench with like a plate of oatmeal in front of him that he can choose to eat or not. It's all face work though. He doesn't get hand free.
We're gonna, when we maroon him, we'll do it because the frigate's so much faster than us, and it will eventually pick up a trail, I suppose. So try and leave him somewhere he's gonna get found. But I'm going to, before we shove off this table, I'm gonna sit across from him. Go, Captain Hollis. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Cyrus.
That's Captain Vance when you're on my ship.
Didn't imagine I would see your face around here anytime soon.
Believe it or not, I imagine seeing your face, well, the back of your head, as I was pushing you out of my ship. But that's not happening, and you're welcome. And I really, really want to put this in your brain, really impress it on you, because you're feeling angry, you're feeling ashamed. Let those go, because if you come after me, I'll have to get even more absurd with how I get my revenge on you for that fucking court-martial.
He just gives you like a glare.
That's what I thought. See ya. I'm gonna push the buoy out.
Yeah, so there are plenty of fragments of old planets that scatter the wild blue, so finding one that's big enough for him isn't going to be a problem. As you kind of shove it. All right.
Yeah. So to Haven we go.
So the rest of your journey to Haven, after doing all that, is perfectly fine. And you're able to dock. No problem. You are right at the... Haven is known to be a bustling city planet. It is the most prominent of the free world, free from the imperial reign. So you're able to dock right where the markets are. So Kale, you would know exactly who do you normally go to when you have to go to Haven and say, hey, I need stuff?
I usually go to Kalisek, who is a sort of kangaroo-looking person, similar to the kind found in Tank Girl. They usually have pretty good prices and knock a little bit off the top for me in exchange for shiny things that I find that aren't worth as much. as they think they are.
Okay. Yeah. So you. But let's switch up the music to be a little less. So yeah. So you guys. So yeah, you're able to find her.
So
Hey.
before we get into the markets, I kind of grab Kale's sleeve, just like give it a little nudge,
Hey,
and whisper in their ear, "Do not sell that ring."
What is the importance of that ring to you, Lady Blackbird?
It's just a lot. Like, it's far more valuable than it appears. Though the band is like fairly simple, the diamond is fairly large, so you would think you'd be able to get a pretty excellent pricing for it. It's actually the age of that ring that makes it important.
And who gave it to you?
So it was given to my supposed to be fiance by my family. So it's been a family ring for generations. There's an inscription inside of it that roughly translated follows along the lines of magic above blood. And it's a pretty valuable piece of work there, which though she's comfortable not having it anymore, she does know that Kale probably isn't aware of exactly how valuable it is, and is grateful enough that she's willing to give up such an important treasure, but doesn't want her to get slammed in the market for it and only get like 60,000 credits when it could be worth millions and millions and millions.
Very well. Cool. So yeah, Kale, you were able to kind of scooch off.
Yep.
And you arrive at the stall and say,
Yeah. Hey, Alistair. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Kale? It's been a while.
All right. I just need to refuel and get a couple of spare parts. I got a little bit salvaged recently.
Yeah. All right. Give me the list.
Yeah. I'll produce a somewhat dirty, greasy list for her.
Yeah, she doesn't seem bothered by any of that. All right. And says that you also here to visit this, visit the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Gonna go see my wife.
Well, tell her I say hi. Haven't seen her around either. She's been busy. She kind of goes around the stall. I think this. All right. Here's everything. It's like this big.
Oh wow! I didn't think I'd need a cart, and here I am.
Yeah, this is why. And this is like kangaroo. Yep, this is why built-in pockets are useful. And and of course, the usual discounts and stuff. But Vance still owes me a bunch.
Yeah. Can you give me like a written list of it? So
Okay.
Pay up.
Pulls up a list that's at least like.
Oh, that is a small boat. All right. Take that.
All right. Yeah. Tell the wife I say hi.
Will do.
What is Lady Blackbird and Naomi doing?
What are they doing?
Lady Blackbird did not want to dock in Haven, so she probably wasn't going to get off the ship. At least not until it was clear that we were staying for more than just a couple of hours. So she probably hung back a little bit, was doing a little reading while she waited for everybody else.
Naomi would be sticking close to Lady Blackbird, of course. But how close to this conversation is this? Is this like the next day or something? Because if it's like the next day, she's gonna have a hell of a hangover.
This is about a day or two. This is about 2 days after.
Okay, cool. So she's gonna be just sort of like very sheepish around Naomi for the next Lady Blackbird for the next couple of days.
Naomi, as you're kind of doing the I'm gonna look off into the distance. You look through a porthole window, and you spot tell me somebody who was in the same pit fighter, in the same situation as you. They were last as slaves the last time you saw them, but you see them now walking free. Describe this person to me.
Yeah, it was Bob Bennett, the Barbarian Bone Crusher. He it's well known. It's well known in the pit fighting ring, but we got on quite well. We used to pair up together for tag team matches.
Okay, yeah. So the last time you saw, before you got your freedom bought out by Lady Blackbird's family, she was still enslaved, but here he is walking free, alongside a man that can only be described by his swagger, dressed in very fine pirate clothing, and he walks around like he owns the place. This, Naomi, you know just from descriptions that Lady Blackbird has given you, is Pirate King Uriah Flint.
Oh, snap.
She let out a little sigh. And then approached Lady Blackbird.
Yeah.
You really want to go and find your pirate king and go and get married, huh?
Lady Blackbird's thinking about her conversation that she had with the captain a few days ago, and suddenly feels that she's not as sure as she was when she originally fled. And now she's really second guessing what it is that she wants and if she's willing to live in that uncertainty. She tries not to let that show on her face, even though her hesitance should be enough. Yeah, that's the plan.
Well, I do not want to put your decision under any sort of pressure. Remember, you've got all the time in the world to make a decision. But he is outside. He just walked past the ship.
Excuse me?
I first noticed the Bone Crusher. My old tag partner. I guess he's working for the captain.
Lady Blackbird jumps up and immediately heads for the porthole so she can see for herself.
Yeah, you just see the glimpse of what can only be described as your former lover, the Pirate King Uriah Flint. She always seemed to have Pirate King Uriah Flint, never just Uriah. Just kind of disappearing into the crowd alongside a big hulking man next to him.
Lady Blackbird looks at Naomi and then back out the window and then looks at Naomi again and is like, what the hell is he doing in a town? And starts heading for the door to get off the ship.
Captain Vance, what are you doing?
So when Kale left to get some supplies, Captain Vance said he was also going to get some supplies, and that's why he's currently walking along the airside, where it would be like a boardwalk, except it's next to the open air, and it's where people are sky fishing and playing with balloons and stuff, with a fresh thing of Cloud9.
Solid.
And
so
then
you're drinking.
I'm drinking and making my way very languidly back towards the ship.
And as you're kind of walking past, you would know Pirate King Uriah Flint.
Yeah.
You see him swagger by.
My liege. Your Highness.
Do you see him kind of pause?
That's right. I'm talking to you.
Oh no.
He turns to... That is quite the intro, my friend.
Out of character, does Captain Vance know that Lady Blackbird is specifically trying to get to Pirate King Uriah Flint, or is it just getting to the remnants?
Up to you, Lady Blackbird. would you have said, I need to find this person?
Well, I think in the role play, she specifically didn't say his name. She didn't really say anything, right? Just that it had been a long time since the two of them had seen each other, that he was somebody pretty important to her. So I don't think that's specifically who she's looking for.
Okay.
But you would know that the Remnants is
Yeah.
the Pirate King's domain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, that's right. I am Captain Cyrus Vance. I'm the guy whose last 3 shipments you took. And I'm the guy who's not going to let you take my latest shipments, my liege.
Look, now it's really not personal. You must understand it's part of the business. I apologize that it might have been your shipment, but
So what?
Wild blue is the wild blue, my friend.
No, it's not. The wild blue is a context, and you are being an ass to people in a context. You're being an ass to me. Do you understand? You can't say, oh, it's just business, it's personal. It's my personal business. By the way, you don't have a crown. Who decided you're some kind of king?
Oh, I mean, I imagine that most people seem to refer to me as the Pirate King. I feel like that's enough.
Well, if it's enough that people just call that you things and then you are, then I guess I'm a mediocre lover or something.
Lady Blackbird, as you kind of rush up onto the deck of the ship, you see there's a little bit of a commotion. As you're arguing, Captain Vance, with the Pirate King Uriah Flint, has attracted some attention. Not a lot of people try to call out the Pirate King.
Yeah. And at this point, I'm going to like circle around and be like, really? He's just here. How many of you are merchants, traders? How many of you make your living in the wild blue? And this guy right here is taking money out of your mouth, out of your kids' mouths, out of their kids' mouths if you're that old.
There's a lot of the bustle of the market has gone pretty quiet.
I was expecting more support.
Kale, as you're headed probably to drop off the parts before you go see your wife, because this is a lot of parts to be carrying to go see your wife. You'll definitely also notice this commotion, actually almost the lack of a commotion.
I couldn't make it.
So Kale's kind of like, you're noticing this, and you hear Captain Vance's "I'm drunk" voice.
It's very similar to his regular voice.
Yeah, but Kale had been around long enough to know the slight differences.
So Lady Blackbird is watching the commotion happen. She can't quite hear everything that's being said, but he's obviously noticing that there's a little bit of a tension happening. So she starts to make her way down to the where everybody's at. Very quickly. Not running, but definitely making a move.
Naomi is keeping pace.
Okay. Kale, who is your wife?
So her name is I'm really bad at names. Her name is Ariel.
Okay. And what does she do on Haven?
She is a baker. It's pretty good. She makes really good pastries and stuff. It's nice. And that's about it. It's a front.
That's the twist. I like that.
So what is it a front for?
It's a front for all this shit I steal and then bring back, and she bakes them into the pastries, and then we launder it through that means. So like,
She's a
Fascinating.
pastry fence.
I love it.
I love the way that it's a front is preceded by the words "that's about it." Oh, and it's a front.
That's actually how she. That's how Kale told Captain Vance about her as well.
yeah.
Oh, I love it. Holy shit. You bump into Ariel. She is doing her deliveries. You're not the only person that she does this stuff for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you see her with her bread basket on her
Yeah.
way, probably to a delivery.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh! I'm gonna give her a big hug and a smooch.
Yeah, she returns it. I wasn't expecting you back so quickly.
Oh well, funny story about that. We may have gotten caught and then kidnapped a captain and then marooned him, and now we have to get to the remnants real quick. So we're not going to be here for very long, but I'll be back soon. I love you. Bye.
She was like, okay.
that is so weirdly normal for her.
Yeah,
And then I'm gonna run back and I'm gonna give her the ring.
you give her the ring.
Yep, I'm gonna give her the ring.
She gives you a little wink and pockets it. All right, so you're running back with the parts, and you come across again. All of you converging into this confrontation.
So,
Oh.
And Captain Vance, you see the big burly guy kind of lean down to the Pirate King Uriah Flynn. Say, it's kind of hard to hear, but it kind of looks like he's asking, should I punch this guy?
Yeah. Go on. What are you gonna do? Beat me until I'm bloody and raw like a piece of meat? That doesn't make you right, and it doesn't make me wrong.
okay, so at this point, Lady Blackbird manages to like catch up to them.
Yeah.
And stops probably about 5 feet away and is like, Uriah?
Turns around. And there's like a moment, there's a glance of like confusion across his face, which then kind of turns into a warm, easy smile. Natasha!
What in the hell are you doing here?
I was
What?
just doing some business as I always do, my dear.
She sighs and walks up to him, obviously at ease.
He takes your hand and does like the kind of the flourish, like kiss your hand.
Yeah.
It's good to see you again, my dear.
Oh,
Can't-
Naomi looks so salty.
And Captain Vance, this is weird.
What in the hell?
And like your wife like kind of cocks his head as he's waiting for you to finish your sentence.
You don't get to be smug about this. You're still an ass. But how do you know? Is he?
Lady Blackbird tilts her head a little and puts her eyes to the ground and then back up at Captain Vance.
That's
Stepping back away from Uriah a little bit. Anyway, what's
that's
going
who
on
you are.
here?
That's who you are. That's who you are.
I'm gonna burst in and just grab you by the shoulders and say, Captain, we have a number of bills that you need to look over and probably pay.
I don't pay bills. What are you talking? What?
Yeah, I know. I have a whole thing that says you don't.
I still want to get paid, and I'm gonna turn and storm off with Kale.
There you go. And I'm gonna wave at the pirate king who's like offered me several jobs.
Yeah, and he like doffs his hat at you. His very, his very fancy hat with a big feather in it.
Yeah.
Of course, that's what he's like.
Hello, Bob.
And he looks. Yeah, he looks at. Hey, Naomi! Is that you? I haven't seen. Well, it's been like 3 years.
Something like that, yes.
And he does the big like handshake with you. It's good to see you. Good to see that you're free as well.
Yes, I thought you were captured.
Well, it was for a while, and then the good pirate king himself came around and saw worse in me and bought me out. And now I work for him.
You a nice guy?
Yeah, I mean, much nicer than any of those imperial scum ever was. I mean, I get paid, I get food, I get roof over my head, everything's great.
Naomi's getting saltier and saltier by the second.
We can see it.
Oh, it's good.
And he kind of like looks over at Lady Blackbird. Okay, you got a job too, huh?
Yeah, brought out of slavery. She's, nice. Nothing special. All good.
Kind of looks over at her, and between her and Pirate King, assuming you're engaging in small talk.
Mm-hmm.
As small talk as you can have once.
Yeah, as
you've
small talk as
never
you can have.
seen each other for 6 years and ran away from your engagement for somebody.
Nope. I mean, yeah, the Pirate King always said that there was, someone in his past, like, really must be fate or something, huh?
Is there a pub nearby?
Yeah, there's so many around here.
Just walk up. I'll just be like, I think maybe the streets. You've already been accosted by one drunk captain. Why don't we go into this pub and where we can have drinks and find a private booth?
Bob looks over at the Pirate King, the rifleman. Says, yes, a wonderful idea, really. Shall we? And he holds out a hand to Lady Blackbird.
She takes it without hesitation.
Walk into one of the finer pubs around here, which isn't to say that much, but finer. All right, so Kale, you've kind of dragged Captain Vance off. Is there any conversation happening between the two of you? Is there anything in particular happening?
Captain Vance's ramblings have started to turn a little bit towards coherence. Why is he here?
He can go anywhere he wants. He's the Pirate King.
Sure, but he was expecting Lady Blackbird in the remnants. That's days away. More than that, and is dangerous. If he's waiting for the love of his life, why isn't he waiting where she's going?
What? What do you mean?
Look,
A
if
lot of
I'm...
people stop in Haven. I don't understand.
But Uriah is from the remnants. He came to Haven. He wasn't swinging by. What if... She's worth a lot of money. What if he seduces this rich, rebellious young woman and says, hey, come with me, I'm the Pirate King. Come to where all the cool pirates are. And when she gets there, they're real pirates, the kind that are motivated only by money. That's ransom right there. That's a beautiful ransom.
Captain, let's get serious right now. She's a runaway. She doesn't have anything to her name except for a family ring. Once that guy finds out she's broke, we'll see if he's actually in love with her. This is really Shakespearean.
You do know there are warrants out for her return.
Oh, yeah, there are.
That's
She's
paying a lot from the count.
True.
her family wants to get her back. There are so many people in the Empire. She's worth a lot of money. You know that, Kale? And he's here in Haven, the kind of place where you make a deal with someone, neutral ground, like to set up an exchange. What do I care, right? We're gonna get paid.
Yeah, actually, why do you care?
Why do you care? You're the one who's asking me all these questions, Kale.
Oh.
You're...
Okay, all right. You know what? You're drunk.
I'm just drunk enough.
Good point. I'm gonna go check it out. You stay here. Don't go anywhere. You're very drunk right now.
Yeah. How's your wife?
Oh, she's still baking.
That's good.
Real good. So yeah, you stay here. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna go take a trip down to where the that other captain usually parks his vessel and see if I can root up anything going, any rumors going on about
where the Pirate King?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah. Where
okay.
his vessel's really usually parked. I'm gonna see if I can listen in on conversations and see if I can surmise anything.
Kale, before you go, yeah, I don't care. This is just hypothetical. So we both know that. Don't you have somewhere to be?
Yeah. Kale leaves there, struggling back this urge to be he has feelings for Lady Blackbird. I know that isn't the case. He has feelings for himself being right. that's more the case. So I'm just gonna book it out of there without saying anything. Not worth it.
Yeah, I'm actually going to buy off Key of the Commander. I acknowledge that Kale knows what he's doing and he has a plan, and I'm actually going to wait. So buying that key off.
Okay, so buying it off means that it disappears and you get 2 advancements.
Yeah, I do.
All right, that's gone. You get 2 automatic advancements, which you can use to buy, again, traits, tags, secrets, or keys.
I am the captain now.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll think about these and let you know when they come up.
Also, I should have gotten, I guess, a key of the mission, a couple of tags on that in the last little bit.
Yep.
Okay.
All good. So, Kale, how about make me a difficulty roll of 2 to try to figure out exactly where the best rumors are going to be. You don't exactly know what the Pirate King Uriah Flint's ship looks like, considering he probably didn't take the big ship, since it seems only him and the bodyguard.
Okay. Real quick, can I hit that key of fraternity? I took Captain Vance's word for it.
Yep.
And I'm acting on something that he said. All right, so to discern this information, I'm going to be quiet and sneaky and hide around and be perceptive. Maybe use darkness to my advantage to listen in on conversations about recent deals being made with the word Lady Blackbird floating around.
Okay. Yep. So you can roll that for me. That is a lot of them. So burglar, quiet, sneak, hide. Yeah. So
Pool 5. Oh no, I start with 1 already, so I'm gonna.
You start with 1.
6. Yeah, there we go. Getting the hang of it.
Exactly 2. So you kind of skulk around the ports. And as you do, you're kind of listening in for the names of, the Pirate King and and Lady Blackbird. There are a couple of talks about, Lady Blackbird's like, damn, whoever gets her is gonna get rich, like you wouldn't believe. But you get more things about the Pirate King. It seems like the Pirate King is looking to expand his realm in a sense. He's hiring more people. He's investing in a lot more expensive things than usual. And he's been buying a lot of drinks for people. A lot of spending. I mean, most of the people say it in very happy tones, you know, a job on the Pirate King. Or, you know, getting free drinks.
Interesting. Huh. So this was to pick up the best place to find.
Yeah, so you're kind of
so I'm gonna head
you
out
found
to-
the ship. It was, you know, there you kind of looked and you're able to find the symbol of the Pirate King.
Okay, that gives me the idea. Like drinks. Their crew. There's probably a couple of lushes with loose lips on board that I can go and listen to at a local bar. So
Okay.
Go ahead and look for some of those guys.
Yeah, so you duck in. And we're gonna cut back over to our Lady Blackbird and Naomi, who are sitting across from Bob and the Pirate King Uriah Flint.
Naomi is assessing everything that the Pirate King is doing and almost just looking for an excuse. She's pretty salty about this whole thing now.
Okay. And Pirate King Uriah Flint is definitely, he looks at home. And he ordered drinks. Didn't even really ask as to what you guys wanted. Kind of briefly asked and then ordered. Of very expensive. Yeah, Cloud9. And he just says, "Well, my dear Natasha, I must ask, what are you doing here in Haven?"
We had to stop to refuel. I was on my way to the remnants to you.
To me. And he kind of grins. Now, what would you want to do with poor old me, my dear Natasha?
Lady Blackbird looks up at him and says, "Uriah, what are you doing in Haven?"
I'm doing work. You know me. Wander around the skies, talking with the people. You know me, I've always been a people person.
So Lady Blackbird knows like very damn well that you're not a people person. And she's very aware that pirate kings don't generally just show up in trade ports, especially not walking down the street in full pirate garb. It's a little unusual to her, especially since in their time together, a lot of it was very secretive, very hush-hush, a lot of late night meetings, a lot of disguises, and to see him walking in broad daylight in a very populated area, especially somewhere known for quite a bit of trade, is unusual in her opinion. And it's becoming more and more evident to her, like the show of luxury, which was not possible 6 years ago, is kind of a new thing. She's dismissing it mostly as it having been 6 years and thinking maybe he's amassed some amount of wealth, but something in the back of her brain is like pinging, saying, why is he not being honest? And so, no, really, Uriah, what are you doing in Haven?
Oh, he kind of looks around and says, this is really not a conversation to be having quite in public like this. I'd be happy to speak with you on my own ship.
Okay. Naomi is going to do whatever this game's version of an insight check is. She's going to use her bodyguard ability, using awareness, threats, defend, disarm, restrain, carry, delay, any of them, and try and figure out what this guy's doing.
Again, it's just like I said. You narratively tell me what you want to do.
I just want.
We start off with the 1.
I want to get a
We
feel.
We figure out a trait, and we go from there.
I want to get a feel for what he's doing. I want to get
Okay.
a feel for what he's up to. I want to get a feel if he's trying to harm my quarry.
Okay.
So
So you start off with a 1. You also do have the 2 free successes
I do.
that you can add on. This is going to be a difficulty 4.
I'll take awareness. Threats is a potential threat. I'm trying to defend Lady Blackbird.
Keen looks like it has a lot of stuff that might be relevant.
Oh, yeah, that's much better. We're going to go keen.
Okay, so starting off with the 1. Keen
yeah.
is the second.
Insightful, aware, coiled, because I'm definitely coiled. I'm searching for liars and traps.
Okay, so that is 7 in total.
7 in
with the
total.
starting die.
And I'll take a success on the top of that as well.
Okay.
I skipped through it. Okay.
So again, you need to hit 4.
Ayo.
Right, so with 5
Hey.
successes, the 4 with the 1 on top, he's definitely being a little purposefully obtuse. He's you're not sure if it's harm per se, but from what you've heard, he is not a man who prioritizes other people over himself.
Why aren't you being straight with us, Uriah? Why do you try and scurry us away to your ship?
Being straight is not really something that I do.
Ooh.
Big mood.
Hello.
Oh,
Naomi.
I'm suddenly less interested in him.
Naomi looks at Bob, looks back to Uriah.
Kind of shrugs. This is
I'm not-
apparently something that
Not judging, I'm just looking. I've
Yeah.
just seen him in a different light, that's all. Why don't you come back to our ship? Where we can have a discussion.
Immediately, Lady Blackbird stands up and says, "Ah, what a great idea! Let's go back to our ship."
you have a ship now, dear Natasha.
Well, how in the hell did you think I got to Haven?
He kind of shrugs. Well, if that's what you imagine would be a better idea, sure, why not?
Lady Blackbird takes a quick look around the bar before she starts to leave.
Before we go, Lady Blackbird, don't you need to... you've had an awful lot to drink.
I think I'll be all right.
You've had an awful lot to drink, Lady Blackbird.
Had an awful lot of drink.
I could certainly use a quick restroom break.
All right, fine. You know us girls and going to the washroom. So she makes her way to the restroom.
Okay, so before we do that, let's go over to. I just want to know: is Vance actually staying on the ship?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
following what Kale suggested. He might be currently like brooding with his hat in his hands, looking mournfully out the back window of the ship from his captain's quarters. There's on his leg, there's an old book that is the registry of captains, like the lists of battles that they'd have to list everyone who made captain that year, and it's the one from the year he made captain for the Imperial Navy.
Can I intercede at an option here?
Yeah.
We stripped Captain Hollis of his clothes and made a scarecrow of him that
Yeah.
just hangs there that you can berate.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I'm not actually like berating. I'm actually just sitting there like remembering what I looked like in that outfit, right? I was
You were
God,
s-
I was
You were
young.
so awesome.
I was in shape. My jawline was perfect. So yeah, no, I'm just chilling on the ship.
Cool. Kale, so you duck into one of the. Actually, would you want to be in the same bar that the other two are in, or would you want to go to another one?
Yeah, I think it would be good to be in the other bar, and then like I hear their conversation, I see them leave, and I find an opportunity to listen to the captain and Bob directly.
Okay, so to get up close enough that you can hear without being suspicious, you're gonna have to make me a roll.
Okay.
That's gonna be a difficulty 4.
Okay. Well, let me tell you.
Tell me.
I am quiet, sneaky, good at hiding, and I'm gonna use darkness to my advantage. And I'd like to use perceptive here, just to keep an eye out for people looking in my direction and using it for timing to my advantage.
Yeah. So that's
5 and then 6. Yeah.
Don't forget that burglar itself is actually
Oh,
one
yeah.
that you can duck in there.
Thank you. Boop. Ayo.
Nice.
Nice.
So, yeah, you sidle up, and thankfully you're able to kind of find a corner, just a little bit out of their sight, but still able to hear them. I hear the big burly man, the bodyguard. You sure, boss? I don't know about it. And it'll be fine. I mean, worst comes to worst, we'll just take the ship for ourselves. Pirates, after all. Right, Bonecrusher?
A nat 20 to Colin from Edgy Drow Batman.
What? Oh, edgy drow Batman.
Amazing. So again, that's a success you can add. What I'm going to do, because I still have a nat 20 floating around, is if there's any other rolls, I'm going to use that as a subtraction of somebody's success. Just because I don't roll anything in this. So.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. If that's all I hear from this, or if that's the like sort of conclusion of the scene, I'm gonna try to get out of here.
Yeah, you duck out. Lady Blackbird and Naomi in the bathroom. What you doing?
So as soon as we get in there, I'm gonna like spin Lady Blackbird round and like pin her shoulders to the wall and be like, "He is up to something."
I got that idea too. She doesn't seem like worried about it. It just seems like a matter of fact kind of thing for her. But she does seem less drunk than you would think.
You don't seem
Okay.
bothered. He's planning something probably terrible. He's a pirate king.
I mean, that is Uriah. But that's not what's bothering me actually. It's the money. It's the arrogance, the swagger. The Uriah I knew 6 years ago is nothing like that. I don't know. It just feels different than I expected.
Different. Oh hell, let's run away. Different or different. Let's see how this plays out. Different.
I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out.
My vote is firmly in the fuck him ring.
I thought that was Lady Blackbird's original idea.
I was gonna say.
That's what I was thinking, my dude.
Make the Salt Queen saltier.
Lady Blackbird goes to the sink and starts washing her hands. Taking a couple seconds to kind of collect herself. I don't know. It just... he's not the dude I fell in love with. And I don't know if that's the guy that I want to spend more time with. I know it's only been a few minutes. And she turns around and looks at Naomi. So I can't just make those kinds of assumptions, right? Maybe it's just that I'm reading this all wrong. Maybe this is totally normal, and maybe in 6 years he's turned around a little bit and he's kind of a stand-up guy. This is Haven after all. It's not like it's the nicest town. It's, this can't be going
You said it yourself.
that poorly.
I thought you were supposed to be meeting him elsewhere. And here he is in Haven. Also, thank you very much to Potato, who gives a nat 20 to both Kale and Lady Blackbird.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Very nice.
Here's he's in Haven. Why is he in Haven? She's starting to look a little stressed, but quickly dismisses it, shakes it off. In any case, we have guests to attend to.
We do?
Yeah, we invited them back to our ship, did we not?
Yeah, but I didn't know if we were actually going to do that or not. I just didn't want to go back to his ship.
I might be dressed like a dirty commoner, but I don't have the manners of
Look,
one.
why don't we just go lay low for a little bit, see what pans out?
And how do you propose that we avoid my longtime boyfriend on the way out of here?
There's a million rocks out there.
Lady Blackbird shakes her head. Listen, Naomi. There's one thing I know about Uriah. Is that if he knows we think he's untrustworthy, we're going to have a lot bigger problems on our hands. I think we need to let this play out a little. Besides, like I said, I could totally be reading this wrong. It's not like we haven't seen each other in 6 years or something. It's not like I just ran away from my marriage to be with this guy and now all of a sudden he's in Haven instead of waiting for me in the Remnants where he's supposed to be. It's really not a big deal. This could be absolutely
You are
fine.
freaking out. Listen to yourself.
It's fine. Listen,
And there's another problem.
what's the other problem?
Well, if we do take him back to the ship, how do we explain Captain Hollis?
Oh no, Captain Hollis's had
Oh
been,
yeah, we got
We
rid
just
of
have
it.
his
Oh.
got
clothes.
dumped.
I knew that.
We're gonna take this captain's clothes too.
So that's a good thing. So
Lady
Kale,
Blackbird, get to work on that.
yeah,
I'm
so
working
Kale-
on it.
Yeah, so Kale, you would have heard also in the conversation that, they mentioned their ship, and if they're talking to Lady Blackbird and Naomi, that's gonna mean your ship.
Yeah, I know.
So, Lady Blackbird and Naomi, what are you doing?
Lady Blackbird, what are we doing? I can only advise. I'm getting more and more Afrikaans.
Lady Nilebird, I'm crying. Oh my god. I don't listen, Naomi. This isn't going how I planned, and it's not great. But I'm thinking my two options are tell Uriah to fly a kite. And that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be really bad. Or if we slip up and he kind of gets the idea that I'm not gonna go along with the bullshit he's been telling me thus far because he won't answer any of my questions. That's gonna be bad. So, have you ever heard the phrase "rock in a hard place"? So right now, this hard place is a super hot guy that I was like really looking forward to seeing, who evidently was not looking forward to seeing me. And Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's so good. I
Rock
like
on a hard place. Yeah, I think I relate to that.
Oh,
Oh
Wait,
oh
Yeah.
no.
Sweet summer child.
okay,
Sorry,
Your
I-
guys have been in the bathroom for a suspiciously long amount of time at this point.
okay. Look, let's go back. If just give me like some kind of keyword. When you say the word, I'll punch him.
The keyword is noble. Let's go.
Okay, noble. Yep. Okay.
All right. You duck out. Kale, having this information, having ducked out, what the heck are you doing?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna freak out for a hot second outside the bar and like regain my bearings after a second, and then like head. Fuck, do I go back to the ship? Do I stay here and try to warn them? Heck, why not? I'm gonna stick around here and try to warn them. But I want to drag aside a foot runner of sorts, just a courier message.
Yeah, you see
bird.
like a little kid.
Yeah,
Who does, like,
yeah. I'm gonna be like, hey, you wanna
yeah?
send a message for me?
What's in it for me?
I'm gonna take out a shiny thing. I can produce one secret common item.
Perfect. Takes it.
I'm gonna tell him the message is, and you're gonna go to Captain Vance. The ship is the Owl.
Mhm.
The message is, you're gonna be smug. You're gonna be so smug. Okay, you got it?
All right.
Get out of here.
Runs off.
That should be enough to tell him.
Captain Vance, you get a at like
Yep.
the
I,
ship
like-
door.
I throw open the door. I'm wearing both captain's hats right now. Yeah.
You see like a little like scrawny little kid. You got a message?
I'm not paying you.
No, I already got paid.
Good.
Says that you're going to be so smug.
Takes off like Captain Hollis's and whips it into the wild blue. Straightens himself up, like puts the suspenders over each one, puts on his coat. Thanks, kid. Now get off my ship.
Yeah, runs off.
And I'm gonna go into my cabin, carefully lay out the pistol that I got, a spare pistol, both of them, load them, like polish them up. I'm like gearing up, and I'm gonna wait at the door, like casually leaning against it, waiting.
Okay. How are you trying to warn them, Kale?
I'm gonna wait for them to walk out and then happen to run into them by happenstance.
Okay, yeah. So,
Yeah.
Lady Blackbird and Naomi, you are the first ones out. As you know, you come back to the Pirate King Uriah Flint. Tell him. What do you tell him?
All right, my love. Let's make our way to my ship.
Of course, lead the way, my dear. So you guys are out first, and Kale, you kind of whoops.
Hey, do you mind walking down this way with me for a second? Or not, whatever is good with you. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page here, on the same vessel even, and continue to be.
I'll go for a second.
Okay.
I'll separate off.
Uh,
Let's go, Kale.
Yeah. Lady Blackbird stays with Uriah, but takes a look over at Naomi and says, make sure that she knows where we stand.
Uh-huh.
They start. Lady Blackbird, you kind of start waltzing up. Hi, Hildy.
Yeah.
With
Kitty.
Uriah.
Awesome.
What are you
Yep.
saying? Kale, what are you saying to Naomi?
Hey, so, that guy, I think
Looks
he's
like we got a new friend.
gonna rob us.
Gonna rob us?
Mm.
Rob us of what? We don't have anything.
Well, our ship, for example.
Oh, rob you. Okay.
Well, rob you of, you're definitely not.
Yeah, I've got real like she's looking really like agitated about this. I've got real anxiety about him. I think he's up to something. I don't think it's just going to be theft.
Okay. Well. I'll meet you back at the ship. I gotta go do something about it real quick. I'm
Okay.
gonna go sabotage your own ship.
Yeah, I'm going to go and
Oh my God.
run back to Lady Blackbird. Like, okay.
Okay. We're gonna follow Kale for a second. What are you gonna do to sabotage this ship?
Oh, I think I'm gonna take it somewhere else. To be honest, just gonna.
So you're gonna get to the ship
Yeah,
where I'm
Okay.
waiting. Yeah.
yeah. I'm just gonna take off with it and take it somewhere else.
Kale?
The owl?
Yeah.
Kale,
Okay.
I want you to do something for me. I think you've got an idea of what you want to do, but any way you can rig that thing to ram into another thing if the other thing is Uriah's ship?
What?
You said I'm going to be smug, which means I was right.
Yes.
I can take care of Uriah. You need to take care of his ship. We can use our ship. Are you following me?
Uh-huh. To ram into his ship.
That's it.
Captain Vance, I will 100% do that for you. I'm not going to do that.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and reverse that key of mine for Fraternal. I'm not crashing our only way out of here into a giant influential guy's ship for the captain's ego. I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip that key for
Right.
Brotherhood.
That goes away.
Yep.
You get 2 advancements.
Great. And I'm gonna take the ship and just.
So
All
Captain
right.
Vance, you're staying on the ground, I'm assuming then.
Yep, I'm waiting for him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm parking it somewhere else.
You zoom
Maybe
off.
I'll park it on the captain. I'm flying up high.
All right.
Okay. Naomi, you catch up with Lady Blackbird.
Sorry.
Who at this point is now on the arm of Pirate King Uriah Flynn. And you waltz to where you expect the owl to be.
And it's just me standing there, hands on my hips, my coat flapping in the breeze, 2 guns strapped to each thigh.
2 guns on each thigh.
That's a lot of guns.
It's
1 gun
so
on
many.
each thigh. 4 guns on each thigh. My pants are just guns. They're
It's like
just
a
guns.
conveyor belt
Conveyor belts of guns.
of crotch guns. Just
Hey there.
So you definitely come across. And Pirate King Uriah Flynn kind of, it's you again.
A little more sober, but not any less pissed off at you.
What? I'm trying to get somewhere with my dear lady here.
Dear lady, I was supposed to deliver you somewhere, wasn't I, dear lady?
Yeah, we were headed for the remnants.
For the remnants, by mutual agreement, I think that was. So that's interesting, Uriah, because remnants is where you go if you're either a pirate or someone who wants to get kidnapped by one. And since you weren't there to be waiting for her, I've got to conclude one of 2 things, and I'm going to do so smugly. It's all right, though. You got your bodyguard there, and gosh, he's big. You can just admit it. What am I going to do to stop you?
I don't know. I'm curious as to what you're going to say, though.
Bob, excuse me, can I just have a word? I'm gonna punch him.
Roll me that. That's going to be a difficulty 4.
Okay, yeah. So we've got pit fighter, combat tested, brutal, living weapon, fast, hard, strong. I'm gonna take a success as well. And you know what?
I'm gonna negate that with one of my nat 20s.
Okay. I'm gonna take 2 from my pool.
Jesus Christ.
How many is that total? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
That is a success. You suck. You suck. Pirate King Uriah Flint.
Oh no, Bob.
Oh, Bob.
Yeah.
You
Bob Bennett,
suck
the
Bob
Barbarian
in the
Bone
face.
Crusher. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you suck Bob in the face. Cool.
Scratch that on the bodyguard there, Uriah. We could do a duel, but I'm going to pull out both guns. I'm a better shot, and I'm going to drop them next to me. So I'm going to make it fair for you. Take off my coat.
God, he's an idiot.
You and me, man to man. You get over here, you fight me, and then you get the lady. That's straight out of a romance novel, isn't it?
He kind of looks around. Now there's definitely, again, a crowd.
You're the Pirate King. What do you got to fear from a drunk, washed-up ex-Imperial nobody?
He shrugs off his own fancy coat, hands it to Lady Blackbird. And all right.
We have his clothes.
I am going.
Yep.
Yep.
There's
I'm
going to
going.
be difficulty 5, whatever the heck you're going to do.
I want to tackle him off the side of the world shard into the wild blue.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use.
Hold on. So before, as this is happening and as he shrugs off his coat, Lady Blackbird lunges forward, and I'll take an acrobatics run, duels, and rapier check to grab the sword off of his hilt and take it off of him.
Good. Because that's something that he had.
He's a pirate king. Who doesn't have a rapier if you're a pirate king?
Yeah,
So,
okay, so
I'm gonna
count
take
up that dice for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna give myself 2 of my pool dice to give me a rounded up of 8.
Very nice. That's, yep, I was going to say with difficulty 4.
Perfect.
Nice.
So now she has his sword and wheels on him. Why are you in Haven?
Lady Blackbird, I can't have... And at this point, I think it's when you're going to tackle him.
Yeah.
Vance.
Yeah.
So, again, difficulty 5.
I'm going to tag my trait, the new traits I bought. I bought the trait bold and the tag underdog specifically for this moment. So that's 2, 3.
Relevant information. Potato Hollow donates to give you 2 more nat 20s.
Oh yeah, I was going to use all of them and all of my pool. So
all of your pool is 7?
Yep. I have 7 plus the
So
3 plus 3 nat 20s now?
3 nat 20s, yep.
All right. So that's 10 plus 3 successes.
Okay. Roll it!
What?
Holy shit! But with 3 successes.
With 3 I needed them.
You watch, all of you, as Captain Cyrus Vance grab the Pirate King Uriah Flint and dives off into the wild blue.
Now hold on.
So as we're like teetering on the edge, I'm like, I was never a great captain in the tests, but I was a damn good captain. And as we start falling off, I'm gonna invoke my Secret of Warp Blood to teleport myself back onto the World Shard.
Oh, good.
And as I push off of him, I say, I always knew one more thing than the other guy. And I shove off and teleport back onto the world shard.
Well, that was murder.
There is a shout from the pirate king Uriah Flint as he disappears off the world shard. It's the wild blue that used to be his realm, but not today.
So obviously I get rid of my key and I take 2 advances. Just saying.
Kale, you've seen this from your vantage point of as you're hovering around.
Yep. Could just leave them.
You could.
I could, but I won't. I'm gonna come back down and give them an escape before, because this is supposed to be a neutral zone, so that
Oh, God, yep.
Yeah, remember that part about it needing to be a neutral zone, Captain? I'm gonna drop the ship like it's hot and
Yeah, you swoop in.
Yep. Just like driving a little, like flying a little bit slowly beside them, leaning out the side, hop in.
Cyrus,
Yeah,
Vance, I'm assuming you're jumping on.
Yep, I jump on and I grab my hat, I hold it up, and I just let it go.
Lady Blackbird and Naomi. Do you stay here? Do you leave?
Lady Blackbird makes a move to get on the ship.
Captain Vance holds out an arm for her.
She grabs hold and puts out her hand for Naomi.
Naomi hesitates for just a split second. And then jumps on the ship.
And Lady Blackbird, her bodyguard, and the crew of the Owl sail off into the wild blue. And that, my friends, is where we're going to leave off this adventure.
No!
No, there's so many unanswered questions.
I need closure!
Do they fall in love now? Does it get really gay?
So, let's go around. We'll go from bottom up. We'll talk who you are, where people can find you. And instead of talking about what your favorite part is, let's craft an epilogue together.
Yay!
So you
Yes.
narrate a bit of epilogue. So we'll start from the bottom, and that would be mostly Bex. Hello.
Hey, so you can find me pretty much everywhere under Mostly Bex. On Twitch, it's here with 1Y. On Twitter and Instagram, it's 2Ys. Actually, right after this, I will be doing community night with my fam, so come hang out if you so desire. And you can also catch me on all the Edmonton Twitch social media as well. So that's where I hang out. In my version of the epilogue, I would want Lady Blackbird and Naomi to fall in love, obviously. That's the dream. I think that she'd be really sad for a long time, just to mourn what happened. But then a pair of close friends, then unlikely lovers. Who knows?
Who knows? Perfect. And next up is Marcy. Hello.
Hey, my name is Marcy. You can find me mostly on Twitter at the tag above my head. I've got a lot going on, and that's why I just refer to that, because it's the only way I really keep track of anything. I run streams on Phantom Roll Booth. Pretty soon you'll be able to catch me on the Monty Cook Games Twitch channel again about twice a week, and that's going to be great. Maybe it's like, no, maybe I'm not sure. A lot of things in the air right now. Anyway, in Kale's epilogue, they realize how much the diamond is worth after Kale's wife sells it. And then they decide to just leave Captain Vance entirely to the rest of his drunken days and get a ship together.
That's fair. And you definitely get along.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll skip over you, Scrap, because you got to close us out. So, Colin.
Yeah, I think Captain Vance, in the wake of this, finds something of his former self, some of that discipline. He does quietly give up drinking, and is very happy to see Lady Blackbird with Naomi. His affections for Lady Blackbird were looking to fill a hole in himself that ultimately he needed to fill. And after Kale leaves, it takes him a little bit to get himself together. He eventually gets a new identity and becomes a more honest merchantman, and runs into Kale on Haven some years later. And now he's dressed in a nice uniform. It's not Imperial Navy uniform. It's one of the trade union uniforms, but it's clean. He's clean shaven, and he doesn't reek of alcohol. And he seeks out Kale in order to give him a bunch of back pay that he was owed for his time on the Owl.
Kale doesn't accept it.
Oh, then maybe can I give you a hug?
No.
All right, nice seeing you, Kale.
Always a pleasure.
Awesome. And I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
This was a lot of fun. I really enjoy Lady Blackbird. It's a great system made by John Harper. I'm going to link both where you can find Lady Blackbird as a system downloadable for free. And John Harper, who is a great independent tabletop RPG creator. They've done Blade in the Dark, Lady Blackbird. So, definitely check that out if you're interested in. Yeah, dog. Definitely, if you want to try out that stuff. As for where you can find me, I am Kiana. I am on Twitter at Kiana S, the best way to figure out where I am at any given point, because I am in podcasts and games all over the place, all across the week. This is what I love doing. But I'm on this channel pretty often. On Mondays, I am on the City of Mist campaign called Shadows in the Mist. And on Wednesdays, I DM One Shot Wonders. So if you like me running games, it's a series of one shots in a new setting every month. It's Feywild this month, Dark Sun next month, and I'll be announcing what's happening in September very soon. As for my part of the epilogue, I think with the loss of the Pirate King Uriah Flint, things are a little weird. There's a little bit of a hole in power there. To which, the Imperial almost takes advantage of, but doesn't quite. And they start looking for a new pirate leader. And perhaps one of the adventurers end up being part of that, but who knows? We'll leave that open for you guys to make theories about. Now pass it back over to you, Scrat.
I think that Naomi would probably be the driving force behind the relationship. I think she'd give Lady Blackbird that time to mourn, but just sort of like she's gonna internally constantly blame Kale, because she was quite happy just going along with things until Kale had that conversation with her. And that really triggered something. So she definitely blames Kale for it all. But in sort of at first it's like a god damn it, Kale, what have you done? And then towards the end it's more of a okay, Kale, okay, sort of thing. Yeah. So me, here are my social links, guys. There's a bit of Twitter going on there, where you can get games. If on Discord is where you can come and talk about games. I've got a really cool Discord community there. They've got a real family feel to them. They're friendly, inclusive. They'll help you play games if you need help. They won't preach to you if you don't need help. So, yeah, they're cool. And YouTube is where you can catch up with all these games eventually. I also have a Patreon, and I have some merchandise. Those are the links there for those. We've got some special content that me and Kiana are working on in the background for the Patreon. And Alice is working on some stuff as well, which would be awesome. Thank you very much for gifting that sub, Potato Hollow, to Marcy. Normally you'd have a nat to gift, Marcy, but we're done. So thank you, Potato, for that. As for me and scheduling, tomorrow at 7 a.m. EST, I am running a game with Tahina DMing for us. She's taking us to find the Tears of Briala. Then at noon and 4 p.m. I'm DMing. At noon I'm making it up as I go because I've written nothing, and at 4 p.m. I've actually written a story. Monday, we've got Shadows of Mist episode 1. We had episode 0 last week. That's featuring Kiana, me, Alice, Tall School, Grant Ellis, and Zippy Zippo. It's an amazing cast. It's an amazing story so far. They really clicked well on Monday, so it's going to be good. Tuesday, we've got Wizards and Wardrobes, where we're still getting over the death of Ahmed. The party is still pretty torn up, which is great. Wednesday, we've got One Shot Wonders in the Feywild with Kiana again. On Thursday, I'm over on Encounter Roleplay, playing the Larkspur sequence, which is another City of Mist game. On Friday, we've got Quinn Sales coming to DM for us at noon, and then at 6 p.m. we've got another game, and we've got another 4 games on Saturday. So we're keeping the hits happening with the D&D over on this channel. But that is me about done. So I'm going to take us over to one of my favorite streamers. He doesn't stream D&D, he doesn't stream TTRPGs, but he's really cool to chill out in, and I try and support him as much as I can. His name's Lynx. He's an Aussie streamer, and he plays a lot of games like shoot 'em ups and what they call Dead by Daylight, all of them sort of things. But he's just a really nice guy. I actually take a lot of inspiration from him as a streamer in the way I try and hold myself, and he's really cool. So when we get in there, bring the Scrat hype in. Even if you don't have the emote, just type Scrat hype out a little bit or something. Just make the guy smile. It's what it's all about. So thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.